Yeah, some people like me are just destined to fuck up everything that we mess with. If I was made as a joke, I don't get it. Missed the call, but I guess I got the message. Usually I fall too hard, I'm addicted to pain. And if the world's on fire, I'll be swimming in flames, yeah. Cause I'm too impatient to wait for change. I know I'm far from perfect, oh yeah. But I know I can make it work, I know I can make it work. I'm crazy, everybody knows my name, but I don't even know my name. Going insane, putting heavy on my brain, but I don't even know my name. It's a story about an ID crisis. Used to think my only future was the night shift. Brain on ADHD, autopilot. And through it all somehow I kept smiling. I can never find the right words to say. Only a handful of family ever sees my face. But I'm only human, don't we all make mistakes? I'm drowning in my head again, and my thoughts don't want me to win. They show compassion made of plastic, and I don't wanna be another tragedy, but I'd rather be dead than a skeleton dreaming about the things that he couldn't be. Cause I'm too impatient to wait for dreams.
Esports Tower Rumble in Overwatch. We're broadcasting from the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. Hello, production! Tonight we wrap up week 1 of our summer Overwatch Rumble. The Wolves and the Cyclones qualified for tonight's grand finals. Who's going to claim our first title for the summer season? I'm your host, Artie Nerdy Bird Rain, and joining me on desk is Jacob Jem Palmer. All right, so this is our first grand finals of our summer series. What are you looking forward to seeing here in this one game we're going to be casting for this? Well, technically there's 2, but as far as the actual title goes, there's 1.
Right. One series, if you will. Well, there's kind of going to be a lot that is a little bit painful because as a grand final, I believe there's going to be a best of 5, which means always that there's the opportunity for a sulk. But that's not just the only bad news that I understand that you have to face, because the other bad news you have to face is that, as you were talking about, your children, students you have mentored, are fighting against each other in this match.
Yes, my kids are fighting, and I don't know how to feel about it. But I will pick on people if they make mistakes that we've discussed multiple times in our VOD reviews. But prior to this week, we actually had multiple teams competing for the opportunity to be in this championship series for today. And that was the Wolves, the Tsunamis, the Cyclones, Everest, and the Riptides. As I mentioned earlier, it's going to be the Wolves and the Cyclones taking on one another to finally get that grand finals and the championship title in a best of 5 series, ending with the ever so loathsome assault map if we do make it there this evening.
Well, no matter what they play on, they were going to have to employ best tactics, which is what we have in Doc's Keys to the Game.
Yes, and Doc's Keys to the Game in Overwatch are never take a fair fight, which means takes fight in unexpected places when they're unprepared, and protect your supports. Doc's Keys to the Game are presented by esportstower.com. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, and improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up.
So we're ready to head into the first match. I will add one thing, though. Don't walk into a self-destruct. Let's just say that. If you see something blowing up, the general idea is to not make eye contact with it.
The shiny objects.
Yes.
We saw it with pulse bombs and self-destructs last week.
Don't be Dory, okay?
Yes.
I see a light.
Capture the objective.
And it does look like we're starting out on Paul. It looks like we had a Symmetra teleporter initially from one team to help them get out a little bit faster, but immediately swapping over to that Pharah. This can be an advantage, but also a disadvantage considering we have Soup on the other team on that Cassidy. With no support, though, other than WoW Classic on that Sig, taking care of Pharah might be an issue.
We'll just have to see how they work out, because Soup and Blank already, I mean, the bane of a Junkrat's existence. There's that Pharah taking him out, and already the Wolves are going to have a bit of trouble, though. But through positioning, even though they lost one, they still managed to take the point.
One thing to keep in mind, though, is that in the game of Overwatch, it's more critical to win the fight and then take point than to try and take point first, because now the advantageous positioning is really going to be going over the Cyclones. I know that the high ground isn't much higher than where the actual point itself is, but maintaining that spacing there can be critical. Thus is why the Cyclones have managed to push back the Wolves after just 19%, as we see Shadow Soul also go down. Also Blank swapping off that Junkrat over to the Tracer, as we see also Shai Pangi go down.
Now with that, also noticing Moist on this Roadhog here, already proving to be a very big threat for the supports. Holy Chubb is going to be taken back by this Reinhardt, getting right in his face, pushing him far back, as well as the Roadhog. They quickly focus him down, and now through moving up probably just a little bit too far, Wolves might take the point initially, but I think Cyclone's going to win this fight.
We have the Amplification Matrix come out. Shai Pangi picks up on 3 keys. Absolutely incredible. Now Cyclone's pushing forward that point, almost hitting 50% in favor of the Wolves. But as far as, you know, ult economy goes, we're looking pretty equal, except for WoW Classic choosing to swap over to that D.Va to try and help counter that Pharah a little bit more. Barbecue is getting very close to that junk tire. Well, I think here it's really going to be coming down to who ults first and where as to who wins this next fight.
So it's going to be the Gravitic Flux brought out first by Holy Chubb. Quite look like he catches out too many people, but Soup actually with a melee to the face is going to be the first one taken out. And a barrage right in the choke point takes out 2. Wolves are losing more and more of their ability to push on the point. This Tracer just has to recall. I don't see a D.Va way off to the side all alone.
Unfortunately, that D.Va pushed well in front of their Reinhardt, so DMing the Pharah did not protect their Rein whatsoever. That's something you got to keep in mind, is that when you are in that secondary tank role, the off tank that's disappearing in our next couple of games here for Overwatch, you know, you really got to be in your Reinhardt's back pocket or getting in and getting out as fast as possible to make sure you're protecting your Rein or your supports, as we see Shaipangi go down. And we also hear Valkyrie get popped. Junk Tire's going to happen as well. That looked like Barbecue took a page out of Blank's books, just doing it at point-blank range.
Well, it was certainly effective. Cyclones fighting back, though, still maintaining control of the point. Now they're past 85% into final fight territory, having put a stagger on the Wolves with their Lucio. Now it's come back online. No doubt going to have to use some sort of speed boost to get back to the point. See what happens here. Shaipangi is positioning on the high ground, ready to hammer them down from above, and then Reinhardt gets melted, but double is able to maybe turn this around. Voice is fighting back, though, dragging the Diva off the edge for an environmental. That also bringing out the whole hog. Barbecue gets soup as well. Wolves getting back the point, but with a lot of tribulation.
There is just 2 Cyclones left, 3 now coming in because cleanup crew is not happening fast enough for the Wolves. And we see the amplification matrix gets dropped. Blank goes down. Lucio fighting for their life. Toxic's just barely hiding around that central pillar. Goes underneath into the closet and unfortunately goes for the boop. They are going to go down finally as we hear Shaipangi drop an ult maybe a little too late.
Moving on to the point, we now are in overtime. Moving forward, Holy Chubb is on a streak. Is just going to preemptively Gravitic to stop anyone from getting pointed. Looks like it's going to work.
Score 1-0.
Now, as we move on to the second point, let's take a short look at one of the top plays.
See, this is what I was talking about. That far ultimate seemed like it was a little late to the game there, possibly unnecessary. Could have been used to clean up this fight a lot faster. One thing that we do know is that a lot of Overwatch players are guilty of ulting in victory, thinking that the match is over or the round is over, and it's really not. So that's something to keep in mind if you're ulting last second or doing it when you think your team has finally won everything.
4,
you definitely cannot
3,
until the round is officially
2,
over. That has bitten
1.
many Overwatch players
Round
in the
2.
butt multiple times.
Capture the objective.
I don't go
Quick Symmetra teleport there. Help a few people get to the point a little bit more speedy and swap back over. As they make their way toward the point, they're going to go off to the side towards Statue here.
We do see we've got Sigma Hog yet again coming out for the Cyclones. Both of the Immortalities have been dropped by the Baptiste. Toxic goes down. Soup is managing to pick up Barbecue. King Swiffer will go down as well. Both teams pretty equal, but without that main tank, the Wolves are forced to back up.
Cyclones first to take the point as Wolves back off. Daydream taken out, quickly followed by the Diva mech. Now they're after the baby Diva. Soup falling off the edge as well, just trying to reset. And this Diva is kind of playing with fire, manages to get back to the team.
Wow, classic in that Pilot Diva form. Honestly, it's better to just int yourself to reset, because right now you're sitting at 30% mech charge, meaning your team is wasting almost an entire fight's worth of time right now waiting for you to get your mech back. And there we go, we have WoW Classic go down. They do int, but it ints too late off the side. Just honestly, you gotta just go in.
Which I was kind of joking and saying don't walk in and self-destruct, but in terms of like stuff we were saying last week, that was probably the #1 point you were making, is knowing when to end.
Yes, as a former Diva main, believe me when I say it, it's just not worth it. Now we do have Shaipangi looking to get some angles here, and maybe it's staying a little bit too long, getting a little greedy, trying to get that extra ultimate charge, forced to rotate back very fast. Hopefully they've communicated to their teammates that there is a lot of people coming on that high ground, or this could be bad news. They try to do a rocket jump, unfortunately, do not land it.
They've had a lot of problems even just getting to the point right now. Soup taking so much damage in mid-air. Now there goes the tactical visor brought out by Shaipangi. He's just going to go around, try and flank him from behind. Was able to take out the Mercy, but no one else. Blank doing work, picking up a double, trying to make the Wolves' way onto the point. The first time they would take it. It looks like Cyclones are only going to at about a 70% charge. Not too bad for the first hold, though.
It was a very interesting choice for Shaipangi to go in there alone using that ultimate. Honestly, should have waited to make sure that their Mercy could have gone with them, and if a teammate was too low for their Mercy to leave, you could have held onto that ult for a little bit longer. I understand trying to create pressure, but going on a full flank when someone else is really low in front of you, it means one of the two is going to go bye-bye, and that's exactly what happened. The trade was not worth it, my friend.
Shaipangi now getting some boost from Mercy. trying to take someone out from long range. Again, low on health. Actually, no. Heals back up. His barbecue is taken. Going low on health, but they are staying alive. There goes the copy. It's going to be stopped by Holy Chubb. You see just about everyone using their ultimate. A double Deadeye and a self-destruct Remat coming through. Gravitic Flux is also going to get out Daydream. Moist is trying to fight back, but it's only him and Shy Panky as the Echo looks to mow him down. And I don't think a whole hog at this point is going to turn around this. Well, shut my mouth. Okay, what do I even know at this point?
I'll be completely honest with you. I understand the Cyclones won that fight, but the Wolves, at what cost did you just try to maintain that point? I believe you dropped 4 ultimates. Now you're relying on nothing but your Earth Shatter and your Valkyrie to go into this next fight. That is poor ult economy, and that is something that's going to make it very difficult to come back against the Cyclones here, who also have Shy Pangy coming in with their ultimate. That Tactical Visor can be a huge problem with that Mercy Valkyrie. Good luck. We see Blank go down very early in that fight.
They're gonna need it. There goes the Shatter. Valkyrie also used. They're able to res Blank. Teams go for a miss on the hook from Moist there, but that Tactical Visor is doing work, taking out the Diva. This, and you know this Hawk can just maintain on point. Take a breather, comes back online, gonna heal back up. Such a hard target to take out. Is gonna take out the Cassidy though, followed by the other Squishy Baptiste. That's the point held for Cyclones.
All right, so that takes care of Nepal. Our King of the Hill control is now complete with the Cyclones walking with the first victory. It is a best-of-5 series though, and our next one, I do believe, is going to be Escort. Do you have any guesses on what Escort map it might be?
Well, we always talk about Junkertown, which with the new reveal, by the way, would be most appropriate.
Oh, I love the Junker Queen. She's so pretty.
Yeah, it was just a long time. Everyone knew eventually had to be a hero, just at some point. Which I'm most looking forward to the interactions. I want to hear the voice line interactions between her, Junkrat, and Roadhog.
I definitely agree with that, but, you know, we can beg and beg and beg and beg for something like Junkertown. I feel like that one, plus Rialto, are two that we constantly ask for that we never get. At the end of the day, it is ultimately going to be up actually to the Wolves what map goes next, and we want Junkertown. But what's your guess?
It's probably either going to be Dorado or Route 66.
Dorito. Okay, well, those are two pretty good guesses.
5
and Route 66.
3.
Good enough. And
which this flyover, I will say, sorry to interrupt, I just want to say this flyover here is very fitting because this is all of Route 66 we normally see.
That is very true, and it does look like the Wolves on attack here are going to go with the double bubble comp, but Toxic immediately is going to go down to Barbecue. There was a massive nade landed on the Cyclones, but no one can egress on that just because losing Toxic and you're on it getting so low, you cannot do much beyond that. We do see Soup teabagging. Dude, stop.
He paid for it because Shy Pangy came while he was doing it. So Shy Pangy is now my hero.
We've had this conversation before, Soup.
We've had a lot of conversations before. Sometimes they just don't listen.
Nope.
Shy Pangy, you're the enforcer now. You have to lay down the law.
We do have most of the Cyclones hiding out inside of Tunnel. Daria's bubbles have been expunged. The Brig Stun comes out. Soup finds Barbecue. Holy Chub finds Blank. Shadow Soul and Durium will go down as well. So with that, it does look like the Wolves are going to start pushing here just because of the little overly advantageous positioning they're taken by the Cyclones. I know it's cheesy, but having the high ground is very important in every single one of these fights, and you just came in like lemmings through that coal mine there.
And so many of the successful defenses we've seen have been from the top of this gas station here, which is going to be tough to claim as the Cyclones rotate back in. They're already going to face this Zarya. Nice anti-nade too on the two of the Cyclones, going to help take out Deerman. Shadow Soul also eliminated. Just one after the other, they fall again like lemmings, you said. And that's probably going to be the checkpoint taken.
Daydream has gotten a couple back-to-back great anti-nades, something that Holy Chub needs to be listening and looking for, making sure that they are using their grabs to get rid of that. You have nothing to expunge that from your team unless Dearman drops Immortality, which is not something you want to end up doing. So that comes down to actually being aware of what abilities are being used, whether it be audio or visual cues, and then also being aware of where you're standing in comparison to where Daydream is, expecting them to be throwing nades either on your attempt to engage or their team's attempt, or her team's attempt to engage.
We'll go in here with the ultimate advantage as well. They have the Nano Blade all set up. There it goes.
This is actually just a dry
Justin.
nano.
Okay, yeah, Daydream nano someone else, you know, who needs the nano really with the quad like that. Just tearing right through the Cyclones again, nothing stopping them.
Yeah, typically in the double bubble comp, you do not nano the Genji, you nano your Winston, because Winston, that Tesla cannon, when they are nanoed, can be quite deadly. Plus, Soup, yeah, you're right, a 4-piece? You don't need a nano for that if you can get 4 without it.
At this point, I don't think Soup really deserves a nano at this moment. So.
Oh, yeah, okay, fair enough. I'll give that one to you, I agree.
Just on moral grounds, I'd say.
That's fair.
Alrighty, moving on to the next fight here. They're trying to make their way. They're gonna get caught up in that CC. No, that is just filthy. Cyclones, once again, everything just goes to the wayside. This Roadhog, I don't know how much more he can survive on point.
Really, this is coming down to understanding ult tracking and being aware of what ults are ready and how they're going to be used. It's game theory, and it's something that not every Overwatch player has managed to hone in on, but making sure someone is aware of ults on your team and calls what is and what should and should not be done is very important. Having an in-game lead confident on that ult tracking is quintessential, and right now it feels like the Cyclones, they're just hiccuping a lot and cannot find the rhythm they need to get those ults timed properly.
Mike is waiting for a sneaky Riptire, looks like here. Gonna set himself up on the, I was gonna say on the moving platform there, but right now just content to pelt some damage. There goes the Gravitic out. In response, Riptire just kind of dies in midair, and the trap is destroyed. He's gonna run right into this Roadhog, only gonna be able to bump him out of the way and just push more bombs in there. But slowly but surely, they are getting payload push.
They're getting payload push, and it's at the expunge of both tangles coming out from the Cyclones. Now they're going to be relying on that Deadeye coming out from Barbecue. Beat possibly to sustain the Law's grab, but Beat needs to be used strictly for grab, or unfortunately, I do not foresee them be able to stall out much longer. I mean, they can use it for Soup's Blade, but that probably is not the best idea considering it's going to be a dry blade. You should just focus him down.
Being protected there by the Immortality Field. Looks like it's torn off. It's now going to move up. He's very close on the Death Blossom as well as all of this high ground that we see. Needs some sneaky plays. Gonna catch out this Junkrat, but just doesn't have the range to go up against him. Moisture does, though. Looks like with the help of a hook there.
Important to remember, these teams have played against each other plenty of times, so they are well aware of Blank's playstyle, liking to get in the back line and launch a tire from the middle of the team. It's quite dirty, it's nasty, it's funny to see, but someone had to shut it down eventually, Blank. I'm sorry.
Well, they're talking about ults in the back line. Here's one that could go through here. The Death Blossom now online, including a lot of stuff for the Cyclones. It's going to be the Wolves ulti first, and everyone pressing Q and Shy gets what he's looking for. That's a triple, just tearing right through the Wolves. Both of their supports are gone super soon to follow with a hook. Now Kingswimmer just has to try to run away or just do anything.
I really wonder if the call there was if it's a Nano Blade, use Beat. If it's not a Nano Blade, don't use Beat. But either way, Cyclones managed to survive. Now we have Rally, Tire getting dropped. Blank picks up 2. Frontline is basically gone now for the Wolves. Definitely gone with Barbecue being toasted. Now as we push forward here, the Cyclones need to figure something out. They have 4 ultimates, but the Law has one that is a game changer. It is a fight ender, especially without that Beat online for the Cyclones.
Just have to see if they are able to coordinate the damage out to it. The Cyclones are going to ult first, and ult first they do. They're using everything and take out 4, forcing the Wolves to stagger up the point. Barbecue, even though he's caught in the trap, is still able to take out a Blank. That is going to be another hold for the Cyclones, but they expunged everything, as you said. And
yes.
That's a fun word to say, expunge.
At what cost is always, like I said earlier, and as you said, they used everything. I was face-palming over here on the desk because ult economy is so important. There's a reason why they're called ultimates, and when you use every single one of them to win a fight, and there's still over a minute on that clock, there's 2 fights left. I wish you luck not getting full cap now at this point in 1 fight payload territory.
Daydream is also getting close to that nano boost, will give quite a performance boost, almost as much as Body Tech Electrolyte Fizz does, high performance energy drink with no caffeine or artificial stimulants. As we head into this next match, Moist is already going to pick up a double. Wolves are You know, despite spending all their ultimates, they're still holding strong here.
They are on a very spam-heavy comp, and so people trying to force their way into small corridors plays into their hand quite nicely. So everyone's kind of funneling into that blank. Oh, blank just blanked out really hard there. Zarya's going to use her personal bubble. Is she going to use projected here as well? We hear Reaper. There's the projected bubble used. Is anyone aware that Reaper just wraithed somewhere into the back line? I do not know. I'm trying to find him here on our screen. Can't find him just yet. While looking for that grab. Holy Chubb has used their grab, so I do think that grab's gonna be free. We'll have to see.
10 seconds left, and Wolves have their win condition here. They have so many. The grab is gonna be used first. It catches out King Swiffer and a Blade, as well as High Noon from Barbecue. Yes, Sue! Well, he's using the Blade. What a hero play. And that Graviton Surge is pretty much useless now without any team members to follow it up.
Oh, Tracer is there. It did look like Chaikangi was a little delayed on using their shotgun. We have Ball also trying to get a touch, but Moist is holding everyone off that point. So that is going to end the first half here on Route 66. And Wolves, so close to getting that point 3.
I know.
Ultimately, though, what do you feel like was the deciding factor of them not being able to make it there to that end?
It seems Cyclones, even though they didn't have the ult economy, though, they were so good at getting these initial first picks. It seems like the Wolves in the last 2 minutes or so never really started a team fight as a full team, as the Cyclones were always getting a pick reliably here, especially when you got a situation like Blank here out of position.
Understanding how a composition works is very quintessential to engaging on them, and knowing how a spam comp works, you really need to not be giving them that much space to just throw damage at you for such an extended period of time. However, you know, even if they didn't make it to the end, Wolves can still hold here for quite an extended period of time, as you mentioned.
I love that touch.
Oh, that actually is gorgeous.
Yeah. Cassidy on the tarp. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. As you mentioned earlier, our flyover cam is typically the extent of Route 66 that we get to see.
I was going to ask you, why do you think normally we see so many shutouts on Route 66 before the first checkpoint?
I really think it's because of the way that the map is structured. Defense, you automatically have the easier access to the high ground. There isn't a whole lot of flank angles that can be taken on you unless someone really is not paying attention to where someone is rotating from the attacker's side. And so with that in mind, that high ground control, even if you're not on the best comp, allows for a lot of control to be done. And honestly, double shield is a bit busted on this map. Really, I'm shocked we don't see the Cyclones immediately rolling out on double bubble to try and counter that, because double shield at this point, where they are right now, if they play it well, it's going to be really hard to break.
Well, it doesn't look like they're even pushing the payload right now. They want to win the fight. TP onto the top of the gas station. That was going after quite well, actually. Barbecue, they have the Mercy, Soup, and King Swiffer. Cyclones moving forward much faster than the Wolves did.
I guess anticipating the double shield and going with the Symmetra worked out. It's a dirty move. I'm here for the cheese plays 100%. I personally love playing Symmetra no matter what comp or what map I am on. So, Chaipangi, you go Chaipangi.
Question is, how well can they keep the Wolves on a stagger here? Blank and the Law are going to be the ones to respawn. There's already a tank. They're already up on the gas station. They can take advantage of these crucial few seconds here. Maybe they can take out. Mercy's trying to get away by Baki Susan there, and they're pushing them back. Look at all this space they're making for themselves. Halfway towards the point, Eva loses their next, though, and Soup brings out the copy onto Symmetra. Might be seeing a Proton barrier being brought out here pretty soon. There it goes from the copy. It's going to make it a lot harder for them to hit the Wolves there from that vantage.
One thing that a lot of people don't seem to notice a whole lot is that a Symmetra can gain charge on her beam using the other Symmetra's wall. That's something that can be teased quite hard, but unfortunately, Holy Chubb went in a little bit too far and too aggressively, losing their mech there at a quintessential choke point when their team was trying to just claim that a little bit, that corner here at gas station. That basically is what left Moist out in the open to get taken out.
Well, they're halfway to the checkpoint. They're going to look to go through this tunnel There goes the sound barrier to give them protection as they exit, setting up the teleporter as well, and moving right toward the Law here. Blank isn't able to stop that flame strike while also taking so much damage. Going to get charged into. Now this Mercy is in real big trouble with Shai Pangi. Takes them out as well. Holy Trump picking up King Swiffer. Cleanup is here. It is good. Now they're going to get right toward the checkpoint here. They're going to go in hot pursuit here. Can they catch them? They're just going to set up a car wash there in the choke point. I like that.
Not trying to overextend too much here, maintaining their ground, but making sure their supports have LOS with one person, and it is just Dearman is pushing payload. Soon's gonna go aggressive on them, and we do hear Critic Flux come out. V gets dropped. Immor is gonna get dropped on payload as well. Bap struggling to stay alive. Shadow from Moist is online as well, but payload has hit the checkpoint.
Oh, what a charge there. Soup taken out. Cyclones, like they reached the first checkpoint. Doors are opening, and now we're on to the second trident. I was going to say quadrant, but is it trident?
Trident.
But that sounds like I should be paying something to say that.
Yes,
so,
it does.
The second part of the three-part series.
All right, but see now, Wolves are in a very similar position that we've seen them in before. They have 4 ultimates. We did see King Swiffer drop bongos and spawn. Makes sense. Swapped over to Reinhardt. Might as well get the little fun noise and animation for a couple of quick seconds. Doesn't really do anything for anybody. They have swapped over to that Reinhardt to go toe-to-toe with Moist. Deadeye get popped immediately as there's not pressure being put on that gateway. A very interesting choice coming out from the Cyclones.
What a shatter that is against all of them, and he's swing driving to them as a follow-up. What a play from Moist here.
Cyclones keeping the train rolling.
That was absolutely massive, Moist. I cannot believe that you managed to pull that off. That's definitely going to be a highlight moment for you, if not for us as well. You got Pilot Diva.
This Diva
Oh.
doesn't know when to end.
Oh.
Or is trying to end, and I think, okay, yeah.
The Law actually played that quite well, considering you're contesting the payload at that point.
Sure.
And you're in, basically your team's not going to have a whole lot of time to get there. Pilot Diva, you have one of two options. Either they kill you or you force them to kill you, and being on the payload forced them to do it because the edge of the map was pretty far away.
Another fight, and the Wolves are falling one by one. This Rhine is just going insane on this point. Seamus Hammer all over the place. Holy Chubb also doing great work. Daydream is eliminated. Now this Pilot Diva again has to defend the point. Isn't going to be able to.
The payload has reached.
Now we reach the final third. That's what I was looking for, the third.
Something needs to be done about Moist, because I think that's 2 fights in a row that this human being has just been able to swing unpunished. And I've barely seen the health bar go down whatsoever. We hear another TP pop up. Barbecue's up here waiting for their Symmetric to join them. And it does look like Daydream has Amplification Matrix. King is going to have their Earth Shatter coming online. Blink is going to have Fire. But Barbecue is looking to be a little sneaky, as you said.
Needs to get rid of the Lantern. It is able to get rid of the Immortality Field. Traits around, though. Unlike the position he had, was also taking a bit of damage. So it's going to live to fight another day. There we go on the high ground. You know, maybe we don't need a Death Blossom in the back right there, because Holy Chubb and Shai Banger are doing great as good a job by themselves.
Yeah, not just yet, considering that we also have Holy Chubb pick up a double. There we go, using it in the next fight. Not over-ulting is great. Now we have Soundfire also dropped. Self-destruct from the Lost, just trying to go in as a Hail Mary. Does pick up Moist, decide to go for the Earth Shatter. Barbecue's going to go down as well.
Holy Chubb, though, trying to charge back up.
Almost does, but the hold.
You can't do a good remake right there. Come on. I get the urge, Holy Chubb, but sometimes it's just not worth it. Don't take my advice of being flashy all the time. I mean, at that point, the fight was already lost. Had you managed to squish someone, great. But also the other issue is that you would remake. You'd be the only person alive.
Look at that teleport there.
Oh, no. There's a Tire. Oh, no, Tire explodes.
Oh, there we go. That was a great play there. You saw every member of the Wolves moving toward the big doorway while Cyclone teleported around them. They've made their way back to the point. It's only one fight to win because the payload is so close. There goes King Swiffer using the Shatter, but he's very low on health as well here. In the 100. Coalescence is going to help the Wolves survive, though, as the MP also goes up. Holy Chubb. Now it's time for there. Self-destruct doesn't quite do what he wanted to, but is managing to remake. Still taking damage from that orb, though. Cyclones are trying to push forward by any means they can. They're only a little over 4 meters away. Flame Strike takes out Kingsweaver. Barbecue eliminating Soup, but the Lost still putting pressure on the Cyclones. It is even a very, very scrappy fight.
There's 42 seconds left on the clock right now. Voice needs to just in, and those other two that are still over here on the right need to get out. There is enough time left to reset. We have Lowry back in here for the Wolves, and it looks like we might lose. Oh no, the Holy Chub barely gets out alive there. And now we also have the Lucio backing up. 20 seconds left on the clock is plenty of time, but you cannot be revealing yourself too soon. Lucio's speed boost is going to help the Cyclones go here, and they've only got to deal with Soup, Blank, and Kingsweaver's ultimates. They've got 4 ults of their own, but they need to start using them.
They ult first, and they're going to use everything they have here. Soup now brings out the Deadeye. There goes the Shatter. It's huge onto the Wolves. Moist picking up a double, actually a triple, with Holy Chub also eliminating Blank. That is a full team wipe, an ace for the Cyclones. Congratulations, and another round won.
Nicely done, Cyclones, but the war is not over yet. You might have won the battle, but the war is not over. I did not know the right order of that until I'd spoken it out loud. It is still a best of 5, so that means no matter what, you have to play on our hybrid, which, you know, you want to take a guess?
King's Row.
There was also someone sneezing at the exact same time, which I felt like was very fitting for the fact that we're both guessing Scrims Row. However, we'll find out in a little bit
I
because
think they meant to say Numbani. Maybe they were trying. No, they were saying Blizzard World. They were trying to steer the teams toward the
I can
ultimate
beg
goal
for
that
Blizzard
we want.
World. I can beg as much as I want, but I do not know if I will ever get Blizzard World.
Yeah, we can't always get what we want.
No, and here we're never going to get it for 2CP. Well, for a hybrid, which I totally understand. But if it does end up being King's Row, that's okay. However, we'll find out here in just a couple of minutes because we're going to take a quick break. Everyone grab some water, maybe grab a snack, and we'll be back here in just a few minutes.
Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
Growing up in Riggins, we have certain rules we live by. Look both ways before crossing the street. Fishing stories get better the more you tell them. Small town life makes your life anything but small. Never work alone when you go hunting. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
We're going to build bridges and hospitals in a day. We're going to save families from disaster and feed those left in the cold. We invite you to join us. The next greatest generation is now.
to this week's broadcast of the Esports Tower Rumble in Overwatch. We're broadcasting here from the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena, and we are about halfway done with figuring out who's going to be our first grand champion of our summer series here tonight between the Cyclones and the Wolves. Gem and Nerdy here on us, still calling all of the action for you. You can get a quick glance at our docs keys to the game, which are ever so important for our players that are here tonight. But we've seen 2 maps thus far. We're pretty positive we know what map is next.
Yeah, we're just delaying the inevitable at this point.
Yes, we are going into hybrid and onto the map that everybody and the dog knows. It's King's Row. It's Scrim's Row. Are you expecting any cattywampus comps?
I don't know. I really can't say, because Kings Row is played so often. It's like even the comps that we don't know, just by sheer numbers, we see them enough that it's like, is there anything we've seen here that we're not surprised by at this point?
Truly.
I mean, we had Statue of Liberty for a little while, but now it's just like, we know even the off-meta stuff. Even the off-meta stuff is on-meta compared to all the other stages because Kings Row is played so much.
Very true. The one comp I think I've never seen Esports Tower pull out is the Clockwork Vendetta comp, but I highly doubt we'll see that just because of the way it plays. It's a little bit uncomfortable for most people to learn and actually hone down on. But coaches, if you hear me right now and you know what I'm talking about, you might want to teach your players Clockwork because it's really fun and it's really gross, especially if you have someone who enjoys playing Torbjorn or Pharah, which I know you have a few of those players. But anyway, I digress. We are about to jump into map 3 of our best of 5 series here for our first grand championship title of Overwatch. And right now, Cyclones are currently in the lead.
Yes, Cyclones are in the lead. They are at match point, in fact, I believe. They won the first 2, so Wolves are definitely going to have to make a huge run at it here if they want to return. And actually, we do see...
5.
Interesting
4,
here, we're seeing
3,
a Widowmaker and a Bastion be brought out
1.
by the Wolves.
Attackers incoming.
No, it's
it.
Statue.
Oh, come on, guys. But the Cyclones are not. They're running a slightly okay comp going into this. The issue is that they don't have anyone such as a Diva or a Lucio that can be standing around Mendata's head to scout out what's about to happen. Because if you're not ready for the Statue of Liberty, I call it the Statue of Pain. Good luck to you, Cyclones. You might get to lead it.
Okay,
however,
camera person.
Soup went down immediately. I wish we could have seen what happened.
Okay, yeah, what was that camera move there? I just gotta say.
It happens. It's okay. We're only human, but Blank, very risky TP, manages to make it, but it's going to take a lot of damage. We have Shy-Panky here on this far, which can be a great counter into the Statue of Liberty play. Just gotta, knock the Sigma down knock Sigma down before he can get that shield up in time, or destroy the teleporter before Bastion has the opportunity to exit and get out to safety. But now we have Soup and Blake both on that hit scan, so hopefully Shy-Panky hit tab and recognizes that they are now in the danger zone.
Just gonna have to see as they're pushing damage down onto this Rhine, just trying to burn out their shield. Forward gaining some more. Still can't stay in the air all the time here, but here we go, now trying to pick out one of those hit scans. Going to be facing a lot of damage now that they've made their way onto the point, and this Echo is out for them as well. There goes a Riptire, is going to take out the support that Shy-Panky had. Now Shy-Panky's a lot more vulnerable, falling down toward the point, still managing to take out Daydream though. And the Cane Swiffer is also going to fall.
Shy-Panky actually lost out of Soul a while ago. That was Toxic Kill who went down just then to Barbecue.
Okay. My bad.
Nah, it's all good. I'm shocked Shy-Panky lived as long as they did. There was not a lot of attention being given to them at the right opportunities. And now Shy-Panky, with that Mercy Pocket very close to the Rocket Barrage, we'll have to see if Blank can take them out, because typically, the Echo can't duel a Pharah quite easily. But Echo going in alone without help, without passing a Brig, a Zen Orb, or a Mercy Pocket against a Mercy Pocket is Pharah, as well as the opportunity for the Bats to be firing at Echo, could be a bit rough.
Only 1 minute 40 seconds left for the Wolves to get back to the point. They have 1 tick to their name. Shy-Panky also getting very close on this barrage here, as well as Gravitic floor fully chubbed. Wow, look, just picking them off one at a time and just get Toxic. Now close quarters. Oh, that's filthy.
Ooh, a double kill without even trying. Once again, kind of just going in like lemmings. I haven't brought it up this broadcast, but I've said it before. You don't want to channel all your damage down one corridor. You need to be going in like two different ends of a prong. Almost a trident is even better, but having everything in one direction when you're pushing into something is not the most effective way to go about it. They all just have to shoot at you in one direction as well, and it becomes a war of attrition. And right now, Cyclones win the war of attrition.
At this point, this one of the longest. Oh, Treco trying to be sneaky, but is quickly caught out. Now Wolves are going to have to fight at a disadvantage here, though they quickly take out Shaipengi, so they even up the numbers here. Doing a lot of... Well, Soup trying to put a lot of focus here as they take the point. Cyclones have to collapse down onto the point. They use the whole hog to start out, and we're seeing a lot of damage, but it's going to be saved by Immortality Field. Look at... Oh, what? Whoa! Oh,
Click that, please! That was beautiful!
That was, man, just while he was making that great play, what was happening behind him wasn't so great.
No, but it happens. Shadow Soul, I am proud of you for doing that. Take the gosh darn duel, especially when Soup is there in your face trying to flex on you. You flex back. We've got Blank pushing forward, though, getting a little too aggressive, and Moist says, it's trying to turn you into pulled pork, and we have Toxic going back towards the payload, doing standard, Lucio push. Hopefully there's some scouting happening on that high ground, unless Roadhog here from Moist start yoinking at people.
It's almost as if Soup is getting a lesson in karma over and over again. Whenever you try to flex or showboat, it just doesn't work out.
I've had this discussion with Soup before.
I know. You have said before that you've had this discussion.
Yes.
In fact, I think you probably said you've had this discussion as many times as you had this discussion.
Probably at this point. Right now, it does look like we have the Law and Soup coming online with their ultimates. Daedrin's going to have Amplification Matrix. And we do also have Dearman with theirs. As Blank takes out Shaipengi. There's Deadeye at point blank range. And as Fish would say, the most useless ult in the game.
Only having to be used as a zoning for right now. Vivic is going to take out Soup. There goes the Law's mech as well. There goes Law as well as Toxic. Dearman was really the only one that Cyclones lost. They're going to be back at full strength, and he's going to be able to place down that Amp Matrix. Oh, that's a huge rock from way downtown.
Oi.
Looking at ultimates as far as economy goes, pretty equal on both sides. Gonna have a DPS ult. Tangle, but slightly ahead in favor of the Wolves here on this next fight. So long as they don't dump everything into this one, they may have to, but they need to win 2 fights in order to actually get this payload where it needs to be. Hopefully they stagger them out, win this fight, and use the remainder to close out onto that next point, as we do unfortunately lose Toxic almost immediately. They're very close to that beat.
Ooh, spacing. Law manages to survive and gets back into their mech. Barbecue waits for the health pack and is now looking for a target. Already clapped from behind with a Deadeye, but Soup and Blank doing work and getting to the checkpoint. By the time Barbecue is able to get a pick, I think it's too late.
I understand flanking. I mean, when you're a hog and you can do what Moist can do, it's worth it. But you can't reach the payload when you're ulting as whole hog, and Cassidy doesn't move that fast either.
1 minute, 30 seconds left on the timer. Wolves have the ult advantage now. Wow, right onto the Diva. Has to be, that Immortality Field has to be thrown out for them to survive. Goes the bomb. It's only going to catch the lantern.
We have Blank, though. You see that picking up a 3 keys.
Whoa.
4 Blank. That Soup does find one for themselves, but Blank.
But Blank.
There it is.
But Blank.
That was a team ace, but Soup, I'm gonna be real, you kind of stole Blank's ace.
Who is Soup at this point? It's all Blank.
Score 0-3. Switching sides.
Wow, that was I'm still in shock. That was so quick.
Really, Blank, you should have just been on Hanzo the entire time. Oh my gosh. I mean, yes, your Junkrat's been dirty, but that was absolutely incredible.
Woo! Yeah, I think that's probably a new strategy the Wolves have to consider now, is maybe we've overlooked the Hanzo too much.
Now, I'm interested to see what the Cyclones decide to pull out on attack. If they try to return the favor of the Statue of Liberty play...
Ready for...
Oh, they might.
Oh, Come on, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Barbecue's on jump. There's no way they're doing Statue of Liberty, unless it's a very creative Statue of Liberty.
Maybe it is.
And we do have Blank. Nope. Okay,
Attackers
Blank. You know, you got my
incoming
hopes
in
up.
30
You're playing
seconds.
with my feelings now. You're really playing with my feelings right now. Okay. It looks like we're gonna go with the Cassidy and the Hanzo. I like the picks. I'm pretty sure they are anticipating the Cyclones to go with probably the Pharah comp because of how much Shaipangi was doing on Pharah. But you know, you're trying to game theory this in your own favor. Hanzo Cassidy works out pretty good. Not sure what the Shaipangi plan is here with that sim.
1.
It worked out quite nicely
Attackers
previously.
incoming.
Let's see if it does it again.
Defend objective A.
Cyclones now on their first push. Doesn't look like they're going to take one of them's going to, a few of them are going to take the theater route. It looks like they're actually going to teleport here. Barbecue already taken out Blank. Bit of revenge for the play Blank made there. They are on the point very quickly here. The King Swiffer is able to take out Holy Chuck's mech, and Dryman and Moist follow next, and that's probably going to reset for the Cyclones.
I'm just sitting here trying to fathom what the plan was there. I think the plan was to teleport in and have Moist get a pin, but kind of throwing the TP right behind people when it's a very loud ability, I feel like it's underestimating and kind of disrespecting the other teams a tiny bit.
We have seen hubris, if you will, be a bit of a problem for both of these teams.
And we do lose Shadow and Barbecue and
Blank.
Dearman. Blank once again. Soup is on fire though right now, so they've been doing work as well, just not showing up in the kill feed, and we've been not looking at their POV when these pop-off moments are happening. Reaper trying to escape. There's a Mega Pack over there. So long as they don't get greedy and try to push forward anymore, they should be okay. Soup right now holding on to their Deadeye. Lots of ults coming online right now for the Wolves. Not so much for the Cyclones. They swap Shaipangi over for the Mei. Wall and Ball Comp coming in clutch possibly, but they do have a junk as opposed to the Cassidy, which is normal for that, or even the Reaper. So we'll have to see if that works out for them.
They move forward here.
Please stay on Soup for a little bit. Please, please, please.
Spite the shell. Now trying to line up the Deadeye here. See, we see someone's being swapped to Shaipangi, swapping over to the Mei. So going more for the wall and maul concept. We do see that a lot on King's Row, and this has been a very anticlimactic view of Soup, I have to say.
Yeah, I mean, the point was won. Was it really easy to use the Deadeye? No. Might have been the only time you could have gotten a whole lot of value. Yes. Is it okay? Yeah. We do have 4 ults online, almost 5 for the Wolves, and coming in right now for the Cyclones. They're going to have Riptire, Shatter, Self-Destruct here pretty soon. But the question is Moist going to be able to shatter King Swifter, or is King Swifter going to block it? As we also see Tire just get demolished, and Deadeye gets popped. He's going to find Dearman.
Oh, but the law with that self-destruct, once again, Soup getting overshadowed here.
And Holy Chubb dropping down the self-destruct does take out Soup when they're in that pilot form, pushing forward, being very aggressive. Positive, please don't do the touch spawn door challenge. No, Soup is choosing to go back. Right now, Wolves still have quite a few ults. I think they only used, Bomb and Deadeye there. Blank used nope, they did use 3 ults, but that's okay. As long as King Swifter manages to get Shatter here soon, they might be able to hold this one.
They're going to take the long way around here through theater.
They staggered out quite heavily there going through theater. Luckily, no one got taken out by Soup. We do see Reinhardt's going to drop as opposed to everyone staying on the high ground. Amplification Matrix goes out. Dearman gets taken out in that with the fire strike. Blank goes down to Shaipangi. Moist gets charged and will go down as well as we've got Holy Chubb in Pilot Diva form. 20 seconds left on the clock. This is reset, get out or die territory because someone needs to get ready to touch. And it most likely needs to be Shadow Soul, so they need to live.
Holy Chubb manages to get Barbecue. That's a very crucial pick there. They can't fight as a team now. The whole team at least. Self-destruct thrown out, and it takes up Dryman again. Gonna catch out the Lucio on that shatter, but how much can the Cyclones really get here? Because the Riptire from Soup is able to take out Barbecue. Law getting Shy Pangy and Holy Chuck falling as well. That is it. Cyclones unable to even get the first point.
Victory.
And with that, the Wolves have their first point on the board as far as map differential goes.
Yeah, that's quite a defeat for the Cyclones there. Almost always we see at least the first point be taken on Kings Row, so quite a collapse. And now we move on to what we were dreading.
Yes, we do. Oh, let me take a moment.
Although I might have seen in the script, they might just be playing another round of Escort. I don't know.
Do you think they're going to be kind to us?
I don't know. Maybe they are. Maybe they're just going to avoid 2CP at all costs.
I can hope and pray that they avoid 2CP, but at the end of the day, I get it's in the game for a reason right now, but it's also going away for a reason.
Yeah, it's also going away for a reason. But they might just be choosing the closest mode to push that they can right at this time, so they just go with Escort again.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty gosh darn accurate. We'll have to wait and see what ends up happening. Right now, it's still anybody's game. Wolves are showing signs of life. They have taken a map off of the Cyclones.
Oh, they aren't doing 2CP.
Oh, okay. My heart is happy, but it's still a little bit upset. Come on, Dorito. Can we get something a little more creative? Can I see Rialto? I love Rialto.
It's getting a little stale. I've had too much Cool Ranch. I'm getting tired of the flavor.
Exactly. And we do see we've got Moist and Holy Chuck going with that Sigma Roadhog combo. Shy Pangy on that Symmetra. They are going to immediately take this high ground, using that TP to their advantage, but it does look like they were scouted. Blank is just going to be peppering damage down in there, as will Soup. Let's see how this works out with that massive ante. They're going to push forward, and the TP immediately is going to get deleted.
Now going to try to meet them on the bridge, trying to angle this correctly. Throws out the mine, throws out the trap. Law and Soup are getting the first picks here for the Cyclones. Tri-Pangy and Shadow Soul set back to start. Noxakill is going to be the first pick for the Wolves, thanks to Daydream. Now it's going after Blank, a little bit of a flank here, but it's going to instead opt to keep the high ground. Goes down another trap there, and continues. It gets destroyed, but it's continuing just to pelt damage down from above here.
This is something that we saw earlier with the Shy Pangy and the Cyclones trying to force the Symmetra play for too long. Honestly, after this fight, if it does not work, I really want to see a composition swap. Understanding when it's not worth trying is very important. But it did work. They found King Swiffer. They found Soup because Soup was out without their mercy. Blank's gonna pop tire, will pick up Lucio. Blank's gonna go down to Moist. Law is forced to back up. They do still have their supports online right now, but the question is for how long?
Halo continues to move forward, now making its way past the archway. Law taking some damage, but still managing to heal up, giving more charge over to their mercy. And a quick teleport again. They're gonna try to keep the Wolves off guard here. Cyclone's not really too successful with that, thanks to Blank. Just moving in again. Blank is just can't really be stopped here. There goes the copy out, and from Soup, it's going to be onto the Reinhardt. He gets pinned in the process. Bierman doing work, picking up a double. Soup managing to survive, but it looks like their copy is stopped right before they're able to use their shatter.
We do have Prophetic Flux online with the Law. Toxic's going to go down for the Wolves. There's Flux going up, and it does look like Lucio, Shadow Soul is going to have beat in time, and Immortality was also expunged. So there's a re-engage here from the Wolves. It might be enough to kill. Yeah, it looks like the Cyclones will make it, but if the Wolves had just a little bit more time to re-engage there, that could have been a little rough considering both defensive abilities before the Cyclones were gone. Already teleporting the high ground, though, using that teleporter to their advantage. Let's see how long it takes for the Wolves to counter this play.
They're moving in very far up past the payload. Oh my goodness, a Reaper taking on Soup, and it works out because Soup is so low.
Barbecue's getting a little bit greedy though right now. 134 health did drop almost below 70.
Feels the need for greed though, and it worked out there.
I guess if you got an ego to flex, sometimes you can flex it without punishment, but we're already dropping Immortality without a full fight engagement here. Let's see if German will...
Daydream.
Oh no.
There it goes. Barbecue but here's the problem. Now that Soup's at full health, a lot harder to take Soup down. Gonna head up to this high ground here, and Soup just flies away.
Very interesting the angles that were able to be taken there on the Wolves. The fact that Daydream was alone on the payload like that was quite interesting. Have to see if that happens again or not. We hear Tire get popped from our Junkrat. It's going to pick up Moist. Without their main tank, will the Cyclones be able to hold here? They might, but Blank found another, and Soup finds Barbecue.
Shatter online for Moist here as Cyclones are looking to reset, but that's a lot of space being made for the Wolves as Soup using that high point advantage to keep them way away from the payload.
There's not really a sneaky teleporter spot here for the Cyclones to take advantage of unless they go directly in their faces, which is
Adaptive
what their plan
circuits engaged.
But Soup is there, and they're gonna fire strike Moist mid-shatter, so say goodbye to your main tank ultimate.
Now going after Barbecue here. He doesn't even see him. Burns away, just doesn't even need to see Barbecue fall.
Thank you.
Shy Pengi also falling as well. That's another hold for the Wolves.
Cyclones do have that Flux online. Pengi almost has a wall. Interesting to see if they keep on Sim just for the Photon Barrier. Barbecue has Death Blossom and they have Amplification Matrix. If they use Prophetic Flux and Death Blossom at the same time, it could be quite deadly. And we do see King will go down to Barbecue, not even using ult, and there goes B to survive the Prophetic Flux.
Lifting off.
Ooh, has a good angle here. He's actually going to go forward a little bit too. Trying to go against this Symmetra here. Oh my goodness, that's quite a duel, and Shy Pengi wins. Well, thanks to a few duels won, Cyclones have regained their footing.
I really want to see a Grav Death Blossom combo happen here, but it may not even need to, considering how far back the Wolves have been pushed here. But it does look like we've got a Junkrat who got off scot-free yet again, but your location is revealed, so I don't think any sneakiness can happen just yet as Barbecue uses their Shadow Step to get in position to use their ultimate, and here it comes back. Yes, there it is!
It goes through, taking out Blank and Daydream. All that's left is that Percy. That is slick right there. There it is. That's a full team wipe for the Cyclones.
And Flux was popped at the same time, but I'll take it. Wasn't quite the combo, like the pattern for the combo I was hoping for, but it works. Nice and done.
They only have 1 minute 40 seconds to get to the final point, though. See how this works out for them. They're taking the high ground yet again. Thing is, they used just about everything they had to get that last point, though, so there's the question of whether they used too many ultimates.
And they did lose Shy Pengi very quickly there through that teleporter. Holy Chub and Moist are going to go down for the Cyclones as well, forcing them back. No one on payload. They have roughly a fight and a half here if they're fast. They do have Shadow Soul on that Lucio so long as they don't swap off. Moist is the only one with the ultimate coming online though, and we're going into double DPS ults from the Wolves. So if they only pop one of those, this next fight should be an easy win for the Wolves as long as Super Blank can find someone with that ultimate.
Cyclones now look like they probably have one fight left here. Super's looking for the right copy target. There's also, this D.Va is way far up all by herself. Now moves back, there goes the shot. Look at that! The Cyclones' dreams are hopes and dreams are dashed by one explosion.
30 seconds
On the other hand, that was so fast, I think they just have barely enough time to reset.
They should. I mean, it's better that everyone dies at once if you're in such low time bank territory. Soup has copy. The Law is coming up on that self-destruct, but not very close. Spar's ultimates go for the Cyclones. Not really anything there. Daydream with that Amplification Matrix, she could be a turning point in conjunction with King Swifter's Shatter here if Soup can't find anything with their copy.
Soup finds the Reinhardt with the copy, though. We move into overtime, and copy quickly taken out by Barbecue. There's a Shatter, takes out the back line, and I think that's just about it for the Cyclones push here. And it is. It's 14 wipe for the Wolves. Round over.
And nicely done, an ace for them. I really, Shaipangi, I understand the symmetric play came in clutch a few times, but I feel like it was just forcing it a little bit too long. What do you think?
Probably. I'm sorry, my mind was resetting between matches here.
I totally understand.
It happens to the best of us here.
This was,
I mean, but still.
Holy cow.
I mean, do I need to say anything when we have a play like this?
No, and this is actually something that we saw earlier from the Wolves when they were playing on, when they were attacking previously, was they took a similar rotation to that. But so the Cyclones tried to take a page out of their book from last week, and instead the Wolves were prepared for it, and they said, no, that's our play. Good luck.
Ready for battle.
See the next loadout be brought up here. Soup looking to be on the Widowmaker. Haven't seen too much of that tonight.
And we have the Creeper combo coming out for the Cyclones with the Reaper and the Cassidy. Sticking with that Roadhog and Sigma comp for the tanks as well for the Cyclones. I really feel like pulling out the Roadhog when you know they're chronically having Daydream on that Ana may not be the best idea, because typically you go Ana just to deal with Roadhogs at this point in the game. I mean, there's really nothing else you can do. The survivability of Roadhog is absolutely disgusting if they know how to play it, which Moist does. So Daydream's basically going to be keeping a very, very, very close eye on you. Good luck to you, Moist.
Attackers incoming.
Here we go. Wolves don't have to make it to the final point, just about halfway through the final third. Move on here. Cyclone setting up in a similar position that the Wolves did on this high vantage point. And push damage down, and there goes King Swiffer is swapped over to Winston. He's taking about half health there, not able to do too much.
Very interesting that we did see King Swiffer engage there without their Diva. Diva choosing to make sure Vegeta is being protected on payload instead. We have Soup on, I believe this is Yellow Building. Yes, over here on Yellow Building in standard position. Gets a great headshot on the Barbecue. But instead of staying on high ground, they're going to stay behind the payload. That could prove to be a mistake. We'll have to wait and see if they get punished or not.
All right, now still managing to survive. Oh, this Reaper could be very dangerous here. But with some backup from the Diva, able to take him.
Soup is going to take the accretion to the face there. Blank will go down to Barbecue. Soup now finally trying to take that high ground. 86 health though. They take a couple body shots and they are done for. Blank has gone down for the Wolves. Cyclones respawning. King Swiffer goes down. Will this be a hold for them, or will they be forced to retreat as we have Soup all the way back on red building, choosing to go to spawn and swap mid-fight?
Move forward here. Shadow Soul is able to take out the Law. That's going to be an even more severe stagger on to the Wolves. But right now, the Wolves are just kind of waiting for their time to push. They only need to win one more fight, essentially, to get the checkpoint here. They're probably communicating. Soup is swapped over to the Genji, we also see.
Very interesting choice to go Genji, considering you can get a rock to the face, you can get a hook, you can get a flashbang, or if you're going after Dearman, they're just going to jump and Lucio can just run away if they're paying attention. We'll have to see how this dive comp works out. Going full dive is a very interesting move considering what the Cyclones are currently using. Barbecue also with Deadeye. Let's see if this works out for them.
Sleep Dart is going to hit. Holy chub. Barbecue looking for a sneaky Deadeye here too. Is able to pick up Daydream at least. Neva gets in his face and taken out of their mech. There goes the grab as well. It's going to land onto Toxic, who's just barely surviving. Not anymore. King Swiffer uses the Primal Rage. Overall, Cyclones just wiped out one after the other. The Wolves get their checkpoint.
I stand corrected. The dive is working out. Soup already at 64% to that Genji blade. Daydream did use Nano in order to help clutch out that last fight. However, she tends to get it back pretty quickly. We'll have to see if we do see a Nano blade or if we just see it go to King Swiffer, because, I mean, quite frankly, Soup doesn't need the Nano.
Yeah, it really doesn't. Already got a quad on the normal Genji blade here. Genji also has this Deadeye. With the help of this high ground, could be used to great effect. It's the only thing that Cyclones have. They're far away from all of their other ultimates.
We see a full 3-man engage there between Soup, the Lion King.
Well, that didn't do it much.
Well, I mean, you got the Diva out of mech. but is there going to be any follow-up really to gain space? It looks like it's really just going to be Shy Panky and their dual shotgun just trying to claim payload. Law trying to survive, does go down to Barbecue. Back on the high ground, great positioning for the side of the Cyclones right now, trying to just hold back the Wolves, who are coming up on a lot, and I do mean a lot, of ultimates.
You're going to have 5 blue check marks ready to use. Probably going to use combination. What do you think, Dave? The combination of the Genji Blade and then the Nano Boost on King Swiffer?
I think we're actually going to see a Nano Genji. If Daydream is ult tracking, which I know she's been working on, they should know that B is not ready yet, but they're going to use Engage with Bomb, which can sometimes work. Double for double, even trade, but let's see who manages to play cleanup crew better. Is it going to be the team with the Swiffer mob, or is it going to be the one without the Swiffer?
Oh, I thought that was quite a laugh there from the Roadhog. I thought he was using whole hogs for a second there.
I did as well.
That sounds a bit too much like it. That might be something you want to work on, Blizzard. Audio cues are important to be distinct.
Yes, very true. And we do still have Nano Blade on a line for the Wolves, but now Beat is going to be ready. So at this point, it really comes down to whose ult is going to be sacrificed to force the Beat out. Is it going to be Blade, Dry Blade, or is it going to be a Nanoed Winston? And it looks like it's going to be a Nanoed Winston and a Dry Blade, but we still have Primal Rage. Soup goes down.
Wow.
King goes down as well.
Now Moist is in fact using the whole hog there, and Toxic though is able to survive thanks to protection by the Law. He's just going to take a bit of cover. Trying to find the next target. Instead, going to dash back towards the team.
The Lock
60
kind of
seconds
abandoned
remaining.
Toxic there. It's okay. They're in one fight territory, though. They need to get this next one to that door. They're going to be coming up on Raid Boss mode, which is Rally. And they're going to have Primal Rage online. They might get the Law self-destruct, but they really need to figure out how they're going to counter Holy Chubb. If they don't use Rally at the right moment, they are done for.
And this is an important fight for the Cyclones. Remember, they're still at match point, so they are able to hold the Wolves here for just one more fight. They will indeed win this. As the Primal Rage goes forward, going to take the Cyclones off the high ground and get stuck for a while, but it's not enough. Thanks to the help by the Nano Blade, he's just tearing through them, but no one is falling quite yet. And there goes Shy Panky, is going to be the first one to fall. Using the Deadeye in response. Is he going to be able to find anyone? It's just going to be a zoning for the time being. This King's River is pushing so much damage. Grab also being used by Holy Chubb, and Law and Soup managed to pick up one apiece as the Wolves fighting back. Now with the Rally and Law with the remake there. They have staying power. Moist is going to try to take people out with that whole hog, but it doesn't quite look like it. A desperate Death Blossom doesn't hold the Wolves, and they take the checkpoint at the most crucial time.
Reached the checkpoint.
They've got 90 seconds, roughly 2 fights to get the 53.72 meters. Might as well be 54. It's doable. Old Economy is currently in their favor, but the question is, can they maintain the momentum here? Staying on payload, a little bit of an interesting choice.
Shy Panky is kicking themselves right now, not having that Death Blossom.
Yeah, it happens to the best of us. Ooh,
Oh, that's a Nano. Anti-Nano. It's the
60
anti-Nano.
seconds.
and there was a Nano.
Oh, Soup and Blanket get, well, there. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. We're done here.
Charlie Niner?
That was really, yeah, probably.
I mean, it wasn't fully, but I'm going to say it anyway because, you know, in comp, you're going to hear it in that type of situation. They didn't go to the payload. They were forced back by the abilities that were being used. It was a Charlie Niner, but it happens. With that being said, we are now tied.
We are now tied. We could be looking at the potential reverse sweep here.
But do you know what that also means?
That also means we go back to control.
Are we going back to control?
Yes, I do believe we are.
I hope you're right.
Yeah, I think that they've just cut 2CP out of the running entirely, which would be the best news that you've had of the day.
Please. I don't like it. It hurts my soul. I literally went 3 rounds in 2CP last night, and I don't want to do it again.
You don't want to do it again. Do you see these bags under my eyes, you're essentially saying? That is 2CP.
Yes! 2CP is the bane of my existence. But we're going back to control. We saw Nepal earlier, so my guess is Oasis if we're going to control.
I'm going to guess Lijian.
You're going to guess Lijian? Okay, that's actually...
We start out on Lijian so much, I think we're going to end on Lijian tonight.
You know, I think you're probably right, but I'm going to stick to my guns and say I'm going to go with Oasis. Of course, at the end of the day, it's not up to us. It is up to the kids and the coaches. Let's see who's right. We're 50-50 shot here, and neither of us are
Busan.
right. It's going to be Busan.
It's been a while since I've seen Busan.
I mean, I love
4,
Busan. I absolutely
3,
adore it. I really hope we get to
2,
Mecha Base. That one's personally
1.
my favorite. Not the hugest fan of
Round
Shrine.
1. Capture
Cyclones,
the
sticking with that spam
objective.
comp. Pengi once again on that Pharah. Now the Wolves going with that standard Rhine Diva play. This is really going to be interesting because the Cyclones had the option to play 2-2 split here. Not really running with the supports to do that, especially with the Pharah. So taking Drum is the win condition right now for the Wolves. The question is, can they do that? Are they going to let themselves get distracted like they are right now? But it doesn't matter.
Wow, Law. The Wolves are already fighting furiously here. They want this reverse sweep, and they want it now. What a play there. All of the Cyclones fall one after the other. The Wolves take the point in record time.
I ate my words very, very quickly there. I will admit, Pengi, that was a bold move, pushing in that far into the backline prior to actually seeing the comp that they had. Considering that you should, you know, have the wherewithal to understand that they've seen you on the far plenty of times to know that they should probably at least have a hit scan.
Blank is just going to take out that hit scan right now, force the res out from Shadow Soul. Moist takes out King Swiffer as well. A little bit of fight back from the Cyclones, but Soup is doing work, taking out Pengi. Hook misses right there.
Time to raise my APM.
Does take a bit of damage, is able to heal back up to full health, making their way slowly toward the point here. Caught up by a little bit of CC, and there goes the Riptire.
It's a double! It's a double!
Okay, we've seen how one works out. What's the other gonna do?
Oh, each picking up one support, but one has a red ready, and then with that, both the supports from the Wolves are gone. Deadeye gets popped, doesn't grab anybody, but Soup did grab Boys, but not with that Deadeye.
Cyclones, very, oh, okay, okay, they did take the point. Yeah. Wolves getting exactly 60% out of that first hold.
Nicely done. They are kind of in that awkward 1.5 fight territory if they take these right and win this
if
one
only
back.
they knew that Blank was hiding right there. He's gonna move in, regroup with the team though. Gets stunned though, but still gets into the trap and gets taken out. Holy Chubb and Pengi also eliminating Soup there. Oh, almost fallen off the edge. Manages to recover though.
The Law is choosing to stay here and fight. They need to get out. They're going to get turned into pulled pork and turned back into Pilot Diva. Thankfully, they're not going to get toyed with too much by the Cyclones there, and they'll immediately get deleted. Hopefully, their team waits for them. Right now, when the Wolves eventually do re-engage, sorry, when the Cyclones take this fight here, they are probably going to equalize with the Wolves on this engagement when the Wolves push in. I'm interested to see if the Wolves try to go through right or if they go for a split. Looks like they're going to go try and take Drum.
Gonna go through Drum. They have the Shatter to use.
Oh, he gets him though. What a sneaky position there. The Shatter's good.
But how good is it gonna work as Blank uses this Riptire?
Blank gets going. It was a blank.
Well, they take the point back, but they had to use all their ultimates to do so.
That's a little bit rough. Expelling everything you have in your pocket. We are now tied 65-65. Cyclones struggling to reconvene, though. Many of them still have the choke.
All right, there goes the tactical visor. Barbecue also has the Riptide, so everyone's just going to get the safe sideline here. Oh, except Toxic, actually. He gets caught out by it.
I feel like sometimes we curse them.
Yeah, we probably do. And Moist now taking out King Swiffer. Barbecue is the only one from the Cyclones to be taken out by Soup. The Law is also taking a whole bunch of damage, going to be taken out of their mech. Soup trying to get a flank for a Deadeye, but that's quite a risky play. And well, they've managed to drive it up to 99% at least. So unless Cyclones C9 here.
Oh, Moist is actually whole hogging. Let's see if they're able to push through the on the field. Fixed Flux gets dropped. Amplification Matrix self-destruct as well coming off the Wolves there. Gonna pick up Mercy as we hear another tire get dropped. Overtime quite sure what just happened, but so many ults got traded. It looks
Yeah, and Barbecue used an ult that placed him right where he was, so he couldn't be on point.
It's okay.
Ready for battle.
Happens.
Well, it's been a rough round for the Cyclones. They were so close to just winning this outright. And now everything is just falling apart for them. Wolves just one round away from a reverse sweep.
Keep your heads held high. It's not over till it's over.
And plus, know that Nerdy is rooting for you just so they can see Mecha Base.
Yes. We're at downtown now, so I haven't seen Mega Base. I need this to go to another map. I need map 3. I'm sorry if you're tired.
1. Round
I want it.
2. Capture the objective.
Here we go.
Cyclone's still sticking with this very spammy comp. We're going to see the equal junk into junk. See who comes out on top of that one. Equal supports as well. Law getting very low. Very early. Immortality is going to be popped by the Cyclones. Not yet. Both Immorts have been used for both teams. So now this comes down to positioning and who has better target focus. And unfortunately for the Cyclones, the better target focus right now is for the Wolves.
Yep, they're going to take the first fight pretty fast, moving right after, going to get a rock to the face as they chase after. They only need one person on board as the rest are just pushing them right back towards spawn.
It's a smart move. Let's hope they don't dally too long. Unless something like that happens. Danger in their main support's going to go down. That Immortality plus losing the D.Va mech could mean an almost instant loss of taking this point. Roadhog turning everyone into pulled pork with the help of their friend Junkrat.
Moist and Barbecue make their way toward the point. And yeah, now this is, I think this is the perfect, you know, pulled pork thing here. The gamer tags line up with the comp as well.
Oh yes, that is absolutely beautiful. Love to see it. So now Cyclones have point control, and as far as ults go, they can sustain so long as they can spam out the wolves just a little bit longer here in this corridor. But they're pretty equal as far as ult economy goes. Let's see what ends up happening. Law getting very aggressive. Soup pushing forward, forcing Ryan to come forward quickly as well. They aren't getting pushed on though. Finally, we hear Roadhog pop that ult. There's Jump Tire and Graphitic Flux, so that's 3 ultimates for the Cyclones.
Trying to take out the D.Va mech there, is going to be successful in doing that. Barbecue moving, trying to, we have a Junkrat battle here in the back line. One of them lands though, and he just limps away. Barbecue gets back to the point. Oh, okay, he does manage. Oh, and then Lucio isn't able to escape as well. Just don't mess with Barbecue.
That was spicy.
Mess with the Barbecue, you'll get the flames.
A little worried now for the Cyclones as they only have Beat and Attack Visor online. Beat is probably going to be extremely necessary to survive Soup's ultimate or even Earth Shatter.
Law already taken out of their mech. Blank looking for the right spot for a sneaky Reptire here.
No. Oh no, someone needs to be scouting this person.
Oh, there goes Barbecue. Okay.
Oh, no!
Oh, he got
so Moist, you came in clutch, my friend, because that would have been a game changer there.
And now this ulti advantage is kind of gone for the Wolves. The Cyclones have 2 ultimates that come online. Toxic Kill is going to use that beach. King's Ripper uses the Shatter. Shaipanki brings out the Tactical Visor. Wolves, oh, it looks they pushed a few off the edge thanks to Lucio. Shaipanki trying to fight back, but that Visor is a lost cause at this point. Cyclones just need to regroup and focus on winning one more fight.
I mean, if you're looking at the ultimates, holy chug, they just bide their time a little bit here, try not to take too much damage to charge up the Wolves' ultimates. Holy Chub's gonna have Graphitic Flux, and really, that can end everything there. Graphitic Flux and Barbecue possibly popping Riptire, or Moist just yoinking someone in the air. That's all you really need to turn this tide in the favor of the Cyclones.
Soup also sitting on this Deadeye here. Zone a lot off, and Cyclones kind of biding their time. We see Soldier is trying to take a bit of a flank there. Shaipangi, it looks like they're all taking that route instead.
Risky route considering there's a Lucio with boot
I know,
potential.
yeah, and they already got moved off the edge. There goes the grab, it does take both, but the Immortality Field's gonna protect them through the grab. Oh, that's Shaipangi taking a lot of damage there. Lost throws out their self-destruct, and what did we tell ya? What did we tell ya?
Toxic gets a double. Wow.
Oh, at this point, they don't have time to reset.
Moist though trying to do the same. Toxic's gonna die. Looks like Moist might be the opportunity to spearhead, but there
gets
it
caught
is.
in the trap. I don't think that's gonna be enough time. Oh no! Okay, they are on the point though. Oh, they managed to steal that the last moment. Are you kidding me?
I get to see Mega Base. Woo! This is what I want.
One of your requests actually worked this time.
Yes.
You finally got what you wanted. 1 out of a million, but it happened.
It takes a while. I get it. It's all good. And we're gonna see up here. This is where you gotta be careful. Let your supports know. Let people who are squishy, so that's everyone else but your diva in this case, know you're dropping shield if there's a Roadhog, because if that shield's not up, you can anticipate, especially if it's Moist on the Hog, that they're gonna get turned into pulled pork. There's no question about it.
Well, here we go. It has to come down to the very final possible fight.
1.
This is going to decide the winner.
Capture the objective.
You see both teams already bring out the symmetric teleport.
No.
Oh, gets left behind.
Might have been intentional. We do have Soup choosing to stick with the Symmetra, so this is a little bit interesting. Dropping TP and no one realizing it for the Cyclones is a little bit rough. That's something you turn up those in-game sound cues, because that should not have happened.
Now, Barbecue's just having a field day with these mines here, already taking out 2 of the Wolves with it. They take the point first, take out Soup and Daydream. Now the Law needs to end very fast, but they're probably going to stagger Law out.
Just a little bit. It's okay. They weren't staggered too long. Law was going for the edge. I respect it. Does look like the Wolves have pushed up a little bit too far without their diva, though. That's something to keep in mind, is when you need a full reset, you need to full reset. That does not mean go to the choke.
And these hallways can be hallways of pain, like Barbecue throwing out mines like that. Wow, Shatter also is going to take out King Swiffer. And the charge into Daydream as well. Cyclones off to basically the perfect start. Soup was out there looking for a flank, was able to find one on to Dearman.
It wasn't worth it. They dropped down through Tube to go get the Mega. They will go down to Shy Panky. Without that piece, though, they decide to rotate to point, which is a smart move here. Just can't give up too much foreground. Self-destruct goes down. Is it going to grab anybody? It will not, as the immortality came in clutch.
Trying to get this Lucio here, manages to take Toxic out again. And where was Toxic? His team was way back there.
Got a little bit too greedy. We hear a tire. The Law is going to take out Moist. Dearman's going to go down. Point control still in favor of the Cyclones, though. It's ticking up, hitting that 63% mark, probably 65 before full point cap. Yeah, actually 66 before the Wolves managed to get that cap in their favor.
This Lucio here, oh man, this Reinhardt is the hero for that Lucio. He doesn't die.
Law dropping self-destruct, realizing all of the shields for the side. The Cyclones are on the ground in front of them. Moist is going to go down to Soup. Law finds Shadow. Holy Chub goes down to Law. Staggered rush on the point from the Cyclones, and they are going to have to reset. Let's hope they do it cleanly.
Oh, get away there.
Moist yet again coming in clutch.
I don't like that. I don't like that charge.
I really didn't either. I'm with you on that one, and I don't know what they're looking at. Perhaps there's some damage coming in from the side. Lots of unnecessary shield poke happening. We hear Barbecue pop tire. It's gonna pick anybody up. It's gonna get destroyed. Instead, Inmore gets popped as well. Let's see if the Cyclones are gonna be able to take this long corridor push. Shadow goes down. King Swiffer goes down. And Moist goes down as well. Pretty equal trades.
Death Blossom is also used by Shy Tangy. They now to half health, but right now they are not on point. They get taken out by the Law and Soup. Law trapped in the trap, but for now it's not going to make that much of a difference to the Law as Cyclones. My goodness. They've yet to really have a clean full push as a team.
I don't really know what happened there, but Shy Pangy and Barbecue seemed like they went on a little bit of an aggressive spree without the support to do so. Rushing forward, not communicating that to your team, not the best idea. Let's hope they don't do it again, because right now we are in one fight territory, and the Wolves will walk away with not just a victory, but a reverse sweep victory.
Yeah, not like the Cyclones are just thinking, not like this. They're going to make quite a charge by taking out King Swiffer and Toxic. We do hear that Riptire be brought out. Barbecue is pushed off of the high ground. This could be a huge, gets Defense Matrix right in the face. They throw up their shields, and now Soup can't do anything. Is taken out, and what a clutch take by the Cyclones.
They do have Shatter, Self-Destruct, soon Amplification Matrix, and Tire online, but that's roughly equal to what the Wolves are going to be coming out with as well. However, the one thing the Wolves have is that Sound Barrier. Sound Barrier can do so much with how little time it's online. If enough ults are popped, it'll be worth every penny what it is used. As the bomb goes off, doesn't pick up anybody. It just zones for a little bit. We hear Shatter. Shatter bomb! It doesn't pick up anybody, but Blonde did get Shy
Full team wipe there, and that's going to do it for the Wolves. Wow.
Victory.
So the Wolves win that round, successfully pulling off the reverse sweep, winning by the Cyclones, and that's going to make your umpteenth conversation with Soup even more difficult, because you're going to be arguing someone who's going to say, yeah, but we won.
Oh, yeah, but I've said that I will always grind into people. It doesn't matter if you win. Someone's going to punish it eventually.
Yeah, someone will. Someone will. Well, overall, going at it alone can only get you so far. Isn't that right, Nerdy?
Yeah, if you want to increase your chances of success, you have to level up your teaming skills. We definitely just saw that between King Swiffer and the Law coming in clutch a lot of times with their fellow tanks. And you can see how talented all the esports players really are. The esports tower team takes a lot of time to create well-matched teammates, and I'd like to give the shout out to the coaches. And if you are watching and haven't checked out the Esports Tower Clubs, you definitely should. It's the fast track to help you rank up.
So what I think was the main thing that really kind of was the undoing of the Cyclones there was, I saw they had, usually when they had one support left, the support that's supposed to end and just make it back so that they can have a full team wipe. Moist was just, he got in this mindset of, the support's out there, I have to dash out and save the support and throw up my shield, but by doing that, he just staggered them. 2 times in a row it happened, and that just burned off so much time for the Cyclones weren't able to fight as a full team.
I 100% agree. I mean, attention is a resource, but also regrouping is very important. Also, understanding how much time is left on the clock is super important, and I scream int on the desk plenty of times for people to understand that I am a firm believer that when the fight is lost, it is time to int, because you are just feeding ultimates at that point. Or you're forcing your Reinhardt or a different tank or someone else out of position in order to save you. It's just not worth it.
Well, we are not done yet, though, because we have a show match left between the Everest and the Riptide, so this is a break that we need after a match like that.
Yes, most definitely. So congratulations to the Wolves on winning our first Rumble Championship for the summer. For now, you get to enjoy your moment of glory, but we'll have to see how things shake out in the coming 2 weeks with regards to you keeping that crown. But we'll take a quick break and we'll come right back with some fun games between the other teams that were not able to be shown for our championship match tonight.
Growing up in Riggins, we have certain rules we live by. Look both ways before crossing the street. Fishing stories get better the more you tell them. Small town life makes your life anything but small. Never work alone when you go hunting. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
We're going to build bridges and hospitals in a day. We're going to save families from disaster and feed those left in the cold. We invite you to join us. The next greatest generation is now.
Broadcast the Esports Tower Rumble in Overwatch. We're broadcasting it from the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. The Wolves have claimed the title of our first Summer Rumble champions, and we'll wrap up this week with a show match between the Everest and the Riptides. I'm still your host, Nerdy, joined on Death by Gem. Also, while this is going to be the Everest and the Riptides, I did get informed by some insider, people that there might be some swaps happening throughout the course of this show match.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not positive whether or not they mean they might allow players to just, swap their role arbitrarily. So we might see someone who's normally on support swap over to DPS or tank.
Okay.
Or if we're going to see full-blown, this person's not normally on this team type of swaps coming in.
Well, if the full purpose of this show match is to just give some players who weren't able to make it into the finals a chance to play, then, well, for that, I suppose. But these players, if matter they get into the finals or not, beyond their career as a high school esport, they're going into the collegiate space with a lot of help thanks to the Esports Tower scholarships they've been getting.
Yes, and we actually want to take a moment to congratulate all of our Esports Tower club members who have graduated from the clubs and been offered scholarships across the country. Over the last 3 months, Esports Tower club members have received over $1.6 million in scholarship awards. These students have not only worked hard on their in-game play, but have worked hard academically and have earned these scholarship opportunities. We could not be more excited and proud to see all of these opportunities these players are getting. Good luck to each and every one of you. Please let us know if you ever end up playing one of our Broncos teams. We'd love to watch your story unfold as it's happening. Congratulations nonetheless.
Alrighty, and before we get to this final match of the night, we want to leave them with one more time with Doc's keys to the game.
Yes, because even if it's a show match, you still got to go in like it is just as important as every other game in Overwatch you play. Doc's keys to the game in Overwatch are never take a fair fight, which means take a fight in unexpected places. When they're unprepared and protect your supports. Doc's keys to the game are presented today by Esports Tower. Score pro advice at esportstower.com. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up.
Ready to head into the match here. Looks like we have another very long match ahead of us with another best of 5 that could go all 5 games if just the general trend of tonight is to be continued.
Oh, I fully anticipate, especially with the we might make some swaps tells me that.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, that could lead to this team feels like they need, someone on hit scan right now. So a coach decides, let's pull this player and throw them in. Let's see how that works out. I'm really curious to see if any hot swaps start happening, like literally between rounds on a map, or if they, stick to the classic, we do it between maps. And we do have for the Riptides Bonesaw making a return, so it'll be very interesting. Typically, they're a DPS player, but oh my gosh, are you kidding me? It's unlocked gold! What is this madness?
Oh, we actually see. Look at all the tanks out there.
This is disgusting.
Oh my goodness, this is. Indian's the only support there. Everyone else on the Riptides is tanks.
I mean, it's It's a bold choice to just go with a Lucio. I mean, you're kind of almost bulldozer, but it's not quite. It's still working out. Not a clear picture just yet. Quite a few trades. No supports alive right now for the Everest. Looks like Riptides with this really strange comp might win unless this Roadhog can manage to survive.
And Everest almost going for kind of a goats-ish comp as well. They have 3 tanks. There are 8 tanks out on the field right now.
I really don't know how to feel about this. Esports Hour, I was not prepared for this in any way, shape, or form. We hear the Earth Shatter get dropped. I'm not sure if it picked anybody up, but Moist and Blank did find a couple. Riptide's got 9%, but now the Everest have control at that point. They are going to have Nano online. I think the 2 supports might really be what's helping the Everest here.
Yeah, Moist is the only DPS on the field. There's
fine.
only 1 DPS on the field.
That's fine. Moist is most likely to get the play of the game that way.
Yeah, sure. Big Dream and Turbo Mod are making a huge play, though, on these Hogs here. Each taking 1 for themselves as Blank and Big Dream are eliminated. Huge shatter! Oh, that poor Reinhardt.
You got annihilated. And it does look like this Ana got out almost not scot-free, but with their life and enough health to make it away. Bonesaw swapped over to the Orisa, but it's not doing a whole lot. Y'all don't have very much sustain. And the only people with ultimates right now are WoW Classic, and I think that's Yo It's Dead is how we're going to say that name. Yeah, going into almost every single ult on the Everest side. Bonesaw has swapped over on a smart choice.
Yo, it's deadly. There's a Y at the end.
Thank you.
Yo, it's deadly-o. I think that's it. All right, Fulcrum doing a whole bunch of damage right there. It does manage to heal back up, though, and I do think you kind of hit the nail on the head. Oh, they're using everything here, including the Nano Blade, slice and dice.
I mean, why not?
Sure, why not?
It's just like, I'm not leaving spawn. All right, this is
Well, the Riptides have decided to go 2 supports now, which I think is a valid choice.
Yes, definitely. You cannot have that many tanks with only a Lucio. But unfortunately, they will lose that secondary support. Bonesaw is going to go down.
That brings back so many bad solo queue memories. I can't heal everybody. I literally can't.
We have the Big Dream mech going down, and it does look like one member of the Riptides, I don't know who, ate the touch over the Mercy. Interesting. Looks like Tracer, WoW Classic, managed to get a touch point, has swapped in their favor, but it's still 99% for the Everest here.
Move to the point. Fulcrum looking to use. Oh, gets it with the easy dig. Very close to being taken out. Has to throw out the shatter way too soon, and it doesn't catch anybody.
Mercy did get very low there and pushing forward, leaving both supports very vulnerable inside that stairwell. Mercy got out alive, very shocked. We see Moist get that nano despite not having blades just yet, but can probably charge it off this Reinhardt. Mercy gets a free res on the Big Dream, but not sure how well this is going to work out for the Riptides.
Yeah, they managed to get it past 45%, and Big Dream's the only one really left, though, so it's not going to go much past that. Goes back over to the Everest, but we have a Wrecking Ball on. Tries to spin to win, but it doesn't even get to the point first. The Energy Blade is brought out, and that's going to do it. So this must be like an emotional journey for you, Nerdy. I mean, you lived through the GOATS meta. You played during the GOATS meta. What's it like seeing so many tanks back on the field?
My question is, why aren't you playing GOATS? I mean, I'm dead serious. There was someone who wrote, I believe, a 20-page thesis on why GOATS was literally the perfect Overwatch comp at the time because it was so, like, well-rounded and balanced and how it could be played perfectly. However, GOATS v GOATS Mirror, if everyone plays it perfectly, it's quite boring. So I'm kind of happy we aren't seeing GOATS v GOATS, but it does look like the Riptides are going to answer my prayers.
Yes, they are going GOATS.
And they are actually going the true GOATS, which is that Zenyatta from the Avian. It's going to be very quintessential to capitalize on those Discord orbs because that Zenyatta is a key point of damage. We'll have to see if they can actually pull it off, though, here, because it's not easy when you have a Wrecking Ball rolling through your team.
Oh, and that Goats is already starting to pay off. Bonesaw takes out Blank. They just fall one after the other. Avian eliminating Moist. Chum is Fun is taken out of their mech. And Turbo and Turbo Nimalt is eliminated as well as Cart.
You know, for a moment I was like, I'm not sure how it's going to work out super well. Wrecking Ball wasn't where he is at currently when Goats was super duper meta. But then I was like, oh wait, the answer to Goats was Glass Cannon, which this isn't fully Glass Cannon coming out from the Everest here either, because it's 1 tank, 5 DPS, and a Mercy. But the way you counter that is you just make sure your break focuses Ball, which is exactly what we have Wild Classic doing.
Bonesaw also eliminates Cart. Big Dream taken out of their mech as Moist tries to get some sort of pick, but is unsuccessful. Fulcrum falls thanks to Blank. Cart now swapping over to the Doom Fist. Didn't look like it was probably... It did manage to pick up Diamond Dog with that Graviton Surge as well as Cart, though.
Both the Pilot Divas were going after each other. Wild Classic's going to take out Moist. The Big Dream goes down to Blank. We hear Wild pop their rally here. Trying to go 1v1 Turbo. Not sure. Yes, just trying to force them back. Very interesting positioning happening right now as they're allowing people to just split this team in two. Not necessarily the position you want to be taking.
Diamond Dog, she's doing a great job by picking up a double there. Big Dream is fighting back by taking out Blank. Past 70% though, Riptides were able. They're going to get even more charge on thanks to the Transcendence. And the sound barrier. They want to push that charge up as high as they can. They might just be able to take it back completely, although Turbo manages to take out Yo. It's Deadly Yo.
And it does look like the Everest managed to take the point. We hear Shattered, we hear Genji Blade go off, but Voice is going to go down immediately. The Big Dream does take out one, and with that, Point has flocked back over the Riptides. We are in one fight territory. Will Chum is Fun be able to get a touch here on Point? I do believe Diamond Dog, she managed to get a touch on it for a moment, but really, you got to touch it within that last 3%.
Just 5 seconds, just 5 ticks left. They're to 99. The touch goes through for the Everest to push it into overtime. Chum is Fun goes charging in, but is having a hard time gets balanced by the brick.
Oh, so close, but the CC was just too strong.
Wow.
Score.
Goats comes back with a vengeance, hoping Riptides tie this up and driving it to the third stage back to Shrine.
Ready for battle.
All right, we can see this unfortunate situation here for Chum is Fun just getting forced back off that point. I mean, Lucio Book, whip shot coming out from Brigitte, and then after that, it was going to be the Reinhardt charge. So all 3 CCs being used on you. It's going to be a little bit of a rough situation. And now as we go on to Shrine, it does look like we're sticking with the Goats comp coming out from the Riptides as it's worked out for them thus far. The Everest, though, choosing to stick with that Wrecking Ball. They've got the Zarya, but like I said earlier,
Blank's the only healer. They only have 1 support.
They do, but it's an Ana, and if you're running Glass Cannon, like, you gotta have the Mercy for the mobility.
Well, right now, Fulcrum's going to take out Chum is Fun, gets hit with Sleep Dart, but still manages to survive despite getting hit by the Anti. Mike now just trying to push out as much healing as he can. Card getting the double. That's a good start for the Everest. Although Turbo gets taken out by Bonesaw. Point is unlocked, but no one's on it right now.
You want to win the fight first,
yeah,
I get it.
Of course.
And it's so heavily in favor of the Riptides right now. That's perfectly fine. All right, I really want to see Turbo. Okay, going to the Moira. I'm not really positive what the plan is there, considering there's a Diva.
There goes the point for the Riptides. Rig doing her job supporting Goats. It's been a while.
Avian does go down, though, and we have Turbo go down as well. Bonesaw's going to pick up Chum is Fun. Just drop the grab onto, it looks like no one, unfortunately, but pushing forward, the point is going to swap in favor of the Everest.
Though not for long, because the Riptides take it back. Despite Diamond Dog getting a pick onto WoW Classic and Park also getting Avian, Bonesaw is holding the point down.
Everest look like their supports are, other than Blank, Turbo is playing Mystery Heroes. Interesting situation to be going through. Diamond Dog's going to pick up the big dream. We have Cork pick up one as well. Moist, though, comes in clutch and takes out Bonesaw.
Big Dream does manage to remac. Riptides are now staggered because of that pick onto Bonesaw. Giving more charge over to the Everest. Who have tied it up now, past 30% for each team. After the next play, Riptides have a lot of ultimates that they can use. Who's going to ult first is the question. WoW Classic also eliminated, but does manage to heal up. Big Dream going in very low on health. Almost do the self-destruct, though. Gets taken out of their mech right before it by Chum is Fum. Now the rest of the Riptides, they're not even able to make it to the point.
I'll be honest, I want to see Beyblade. I want some Season 5 Overwatch. Chum is Fum, get the nano for the Death Blossom. Please, please Blank. Please Chum, grant my wish. I know you can't hear me because you're in-game, but bring back the nostalgia.
Well, we have the camera on Blank right now, so we will be able to see who Blank chooses. For now, just throws an anti-nade out to keep Riptides away from the point. Now, even more. I don't know where the Riptides are. They're taking their sweet time, the Riptides.
I mean, it's okay, but you gotta make a move, and there's the move. It's the Shatter Nano actually on the battery. Keep him alive. Not really necessary, considering you're at 90% on control. You could have just let them dump ults and retake him, but I guess this is how it's gonna be. Avian goes down, so equalize on both sides. They lose Moist down by one. Everest, it might be time to reset.
Chum is Fun is still gonna move.
Oh, Chum!
Oh, no.
It's okay.
They have plenty of time to retake. But they gotta recognize that they do have to retake. Well, Diamond Dog, he might be the hero here. Oh, no, gets taken out by Bonesaw. And someone won! Yay!
Don't know who. Perfectly fine.
You know what? If
that
you
was
had
scrappy
fun,
as
you
crud.
won.
That was so scrappy.
That
like,
was.
I understand that it's a show match and there are no rules, but come on.
That was very interesting, to say the least, to watch. Which I don't know what to predict now for the next stage, because apparently if Heroes selection is unlocked and...
I don't know. Maybe it's any map, or I don't really know at this point. We're kind of getting just handed things as it's happening. I'm going to guess that the next map, the next mode that they went is probably going to be Escort still, because we started with Control. That was standard. So I feel like maps are going to stay standard.
We just heard that Oasis is the next stage, so 2 Control stages in a row.
I don't understand.
There's nothing's quite making sense here.
No, that's totally fine. It's summer. I'm not in school right now. Nothing needs to make sense.
5, 4, 3,
Right here.
2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Oh, hog indeed.
Oh,
okay.
I just looked up. Oh, it's getting worse. It is getting progressively worse.
Everything is falling apart.
Oh my god. Oh, this is gonna be disgusting and hilarious at the same time. I am very sorry that y'all did not think that they would all go one hero. Roadhog and Roadhog taking out a few apiece. Bonesaw decided to end off the map, realizing this fight wasn't worth it. Are we going to see a bunch of Annas and Winstons, a bunch of Annas and Reinhardts? No, we are going to see all Annas? Please, Bonesaw. Bonesaw, I see you. Come on, bro.
Bonesaw.
You know what? The one thing I really like is in random game modes, playing Ana with another Ana, you can nano an Ana, and that's a rare moment to be a nano-boosted Ana. So we could see a nano-boosted Ana here. That make me so happy. Bonesaw! The favorite's gonna get returned.
I guess he
It's fishing season.
It is. The Hawks
Bonesaw gets so low. Pando goes down. There's still 4 other Ranas, 3 other Ranas to keep Bonesaw alive.
There is no free cheese at the end of these hooks. They just lead you to your death. Now we're going to see so many whole hogs as well. No one's going to be able to touch the point at all.
Nope. I want to see them all popped at once, personally.
Do they stack?
Does the pushback stack is a good question.
I guess there's no better time to find out. Oh.
Aw, Frozen Phoenix, I'm so sorry. Oh, Illusion paid for it with their life, though, and unfortunately Fulcrum then shortly thereafter. Avian missed the hook, but we see the whole hog happen, and they're all going to get funneled down. We could see a few of them go for a nice dip as we got Bonesaw trying to return the favor here. Does find one. Joe goes down, though. I think their Riptides are still going to have to reset here. Oh, there we go again, Rana!
There we go. Enjoy the moment while you can. Oh!
Canceled!
Wow, and Riptides find a way. The Granny's revenge finally is here.
Oh, no! Do you see what is happening for the Everest, though?
Oh, no! They're going all Winston.
It is back to the beginning, the fledgling stages of Overwatch. 6 Winstons.
Oh, boy. Oh. Sleep dart. Oh, he's
Enjoy your trip. Have a nice swim.
That was graceful, Roadhog flying through the air.
There is their only protection from 5 Winstons engaging on them.
Absolutely no aiming required at all. Okay. Oh, we do see Bonesaw swapping over to the Bastion. Oh, no, that's not even gonna. Are you at a loss for words, Nerdy?
I genuinely am. I was not prepared for this.
I mean, it's a nice change of pace after that long first match.
I mean, yeah, it's great, but... Oh, no, are they doing it again? Come on, guys. All right, we see one Wrecking Ball coming in, but you can just see how... No, my gosh, I feel so bad. Like, that's just rough. I don't think anyone truly Oh, my, it just keeps getting worse. Oh, no.
I want to know what's up with the...
4, 3, 2,
a triple
1.
Mercy.
Round 2. Capture
So
the
thing is,
objective.
can you hack them out of the air is the question.
Every single one of every one of the Riptides can be hacked. This is gonna be, you can literally hack the Mercy right now and watch her fall out of the sky.
There it goes, right as we see it. Neo digging out Bonesaw. Bando's gonna be hacked, is going very low on health. Trying to recover, and there goes Triplet taking out another. And they're gonna hack every health pack.
Oh my god, this is so horrible. It's absolutely horrible.
It's a horror show.
I mean, Everest, kudos for you for figuring out something absolutely busted, but this is, oh my gosh, I feel so bad.
I mean, they found a way to turn Overwatch into CSGO.
Yeah, that's true. We do see that the Riptides are making the swap. I think Fulcrum's the only Pharah to still be on fire, which is a bold move, my friend. We'll have to see how long that lasts. Using the Cassie to counter all of these hacks is a good tactic, but you gotta remember there's 6 of them and only 2 Cassidy's right now, so not quite the numbers they need to counter all 6.
Hey, you think the hacks are bad now? We're getting close to mass EMPs.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I wasn't even looking at the ult charge. I was just more concerned about how the Riptides were planning on countering this. They finally have... Ooh, are you gonna camp it? Please tell me you're gonna camp it. Yes!
Nice!
Beautiful Bonesaw. But, yeah, I wasn't looking at that. Now I am a little concerned about 3, 4, 5 EMPs coming online here.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see it. We're gonna see a bunch of battle mercies, but forced battle mercies.
Very intriguing to see multiple
Apagando las luces.
Mercy ult pops at once. Could have just popped one, I think.
Apagando las luces.
Oh, there's another
it
one.
starts. There it goes.
There we go.
Apagando las
Oh,
Yeah.
there's a third. Number 4? Can I get a number 4? Not quite, not necessary.
Not quite.
There only needs to be 3. 3 more are almost online.
I mean, I do have to hand it to the Everest. They're doing a great job. Joe going with the Tor.
I mean,
Trying to,
Tor,
oh, yeah, oh, Tor, please.
Tor can counter Sombra quite well, so let's get the turret set up.
I'm out of here.
Riptides just don't have the team coordination that the Everest do, choosing all the same heroes. Someone's always got to be different.
Uh-huh. Bones off. Oh, and there's the next one. Oh, there's another one on top of it.
Absolutely nothing. Can you? No. This.
Tor turrets surround and conquer the point.
There we go. Let the turrets do the work.
I mean, they are hacked, but that's okay. Like,
For the count.
it's okay. It's always,
like, you know, they can actually stand a foothold on point. It's just
the staggered EMPs are really not doing anybody any favors. Pando picks up two.
As long as those turrets stay alive, we're going to see a lot of turrets on the feed here. Or maybe not. They managed to take back the point, and they're getting close to 2 more EMPs.
We've got Bonesaw with that Deadeye. Nope, we're going 3 Winstons, 3 Torbjorn. Is this gonna be enough? The Torbs have safely made it on point with the Winston barrier. That's huge. We lose one of the Sombras. Sombra's gonna find Fulcrum. So we're down 1 aside. We do have an EMP to drop, and there's another one coming up. Yep, there it is.
Both of them do manage to hit the Torb, so the turrets are going to be down. Change over to 4 Winstons has gone through. Everest still sticking on the Sombras.
Right now, Riptide's maintaining control of this point. Not really scouting out for the Sombras, though. I think they're anticipating the Torbjorn's turrets to do that, but you're kind of losing your Torbs.
Back onto the point. Packs the health pack. Of course, I don't get why the Riptides just don't go all as one hero. I don't know, I literally don't know.
Well, okay, they need some form of healing because the only way the Winstons heal up here is if they use their ultimate, because let's face it, every single health pack on this point is going to be hacked.
I get that.
So, Pando swapping over to the Moira, take him up to the team, much appreciated. I mean, Joe, yes, using their E ability will get some overshield, and that'll work for a little bit, but it's not health at the end of the day, it's a temporary shield. So Moira makes sense, but, you know, Bonesaw's gone, so there goes 1. Pando's healing's not quite enough. EMP gets dropped. 2 get it in.
Oh, Joe! He dodges the EMP and is able to use multiple.
That's beautiful. We're not 99 to 99. Did not expect that with the Sombra talk. Coalescence is even going to get popped, and Illusion is actually going to go down. I think the Riptide clutched this one out against the absolutely disgusting cheese comp of 6 Sombras from the Everest.
They almost didn't do it, but they found a way.
1-1.
At this point, I don't even know what production. Oh, they chose this one. Okay.
Ready for battle.
Yeah, that's a good play. The only one you don't hack is able to use their ultimate.
That took some fancy maneuvering there, coming out from Joe. So nicely done. Knight also tried to predict.
Oh man.
It just keeps getting worse.
Doc, are you seeing this train wreck? The train wreck that is transpiring here? Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Horrified.
Round 3. Capture the objective.
That's perfect. Oh, we got a 2-2. We've kind of gone back to roll. I guess we're back to 2-2-2.
I mean, kind of for the Riptides. I really hope that they come into this fight, they see 6 Moiras, and they go, oh, Chivo.
So many orbs going around.
I really don't. Oh, Fast trying to stick on the block. No, they're not going to stay on the jump pad. That's fine. Taking out not Doomfist, but they also lost Pando, so we're equal so far.
Everyone's a squidgy, I suppose.
It's working. It's working.
Yep, as long as Sebastian is protected. Wow, that's doing great. I love seeing it. Oh, they've got the Lego skin too. Perfect.
And it does look like Pando has chosen. I can English sometimes. Pando did choose to go over to the Diva, but one Diva ain't gonna cut it against 6 Echoes.
Well, we'll see how this works out. Okay, they move up. Just take your pick. But you know what? The anti-aircraft missiles with these two bastions are working huge.
Ando takes a 1v1, comes out victorious. Are we going to see another full composition swap from the Everest?
I don't know.
Oh no! Oh, this is disgusting. I really hope Riptides, you best be hitting tab. I know this is a show match. I know it's for fun. But I don't want to see all of you get turned into pulled pork. Oh, and they're crouching. They're trying to keep it a secret.
Let's go, both tanks out. You need as much damage as you can, but can you still get through all of the health that these hogs provide?
Triplet is taken out by the tank. They found a way.
But I think the overall health through the Everest is going to come through eventually, and it sure does. That's to get a nice charge, though, Pando.
And we did see that the Everest managed to flip the point in their favor. Let's see how long they can maintain it. Fulcrum almost has Shatter, but they're very low, losing all their supports. Now is the time for the Riptide to make a full swap. We've got two Cassidys coming out. No more Bassies. Are we going to stick with the Reinhardts? We go into something different. Looks like one. Okay, both Rhines are staying. Pando's still on that Diva. Self-destruct might work out so long as not every single one of those Roadhogs on the other team has to take a breather.
We're going for, looks like he was going for the high ground there. Goes to Shatter out. And it looks like it's quite effective there.
Oh, Pando.
Will lose his life by using that self-destruct.
I mean, they traded. And we did have the Riptides retake point with that. They, however, do not have Toasty Rapids with them. They're one support and one source of life right now. And Fulcrum looks like they're sitting pretty low on that health pool, and someone's going to have to contest this Roadhog, who also just so happens to have Whole Hog.
How good is this Whole Hog going to be? Throws the hook out. There goes the Whole Hog in the center. Pando just doesn't care.
We do see that one hook will be whipped, a Deadeye will be popped. It's not going to do anything. Fulcrum, though, gets two, and another one followed up by Frozen Phoenix. Gets another one for themselves. 99% right now in favor of the Riptides. They're hoping to get this map for themselves so we can move on to a map 3.
No,
this is map 3. I'm crazy. With this one, Riptides hoping to clutch this one out. Everest pretty far down on that percent counter, but not all hope is lost. They've swapped over to all Wrecking Balls maximum speed.
I guess you need to spin to win to the maximum here.
This. Oh, with the self-destruct. Oh, he wasn't on the point.
Victory.
Oh.
I don't know what to expect anymore.
No, I really don't. An all Wrecking Ball composition that doesn't spin to win on the point.
I mean, okay, to be fair, I think you could somewhat run into each other, and it's a little bit rough at that point.
Okay, sure. It becomes a Newton's Cradle.
Yeah.
That's the name I'm giving to an all Wrecking Ball composition, Newton's Cradle.
But I'll be honest, that was gross. Every way you slice it.
Yeah.
Like, all of the comps that just got thrown out were disgusting. How much worse is this going to get?
I don't know. What can they do now that they haven't already? Because we were just surprised that it was just roll queue unlocked. And then in the second stage, they did all hero picks. I don't know. Do they, for the third stage, make it so everyone has to choose the same hero on both teams?
I think so.
I think that's the only direction you can go.
We'll have to wait and see, though, what they end up doing. I am personally hoping to see 6 Torps.
We'll just have to see. You know what? And if there's one match we need to bring out Blizzard World on, it has to be this one. I'm just going to have to see.
I want Rialto.
Rialto? Okay. Let's just see what they have in mind. You know, we have Doc's Keys the Game on board, but that really doesn't apply here. It says protect your supports, but everyone is support everyone. Oh, we're going over to the Christmas version of King's Row. This is quite merry. Well, you know, I was going to say we might have a Christmas in July situation,
4, 3, 2,
but it's June, so we can't have that there. But it is the first day of summer, so might as well celebrate the first day of summer by covering everything in snow.
And we've got a... Oh my goodness, Riptide. It's your turn. Actually, you know what? And again, both these comps are gross. You've got perfect three, like Orisa, Sigma, Baptiste are perfect 3-3 split comps, and you got it. Two of them.
At this point, Riptides are looking to bring out a swap here. We see 3 Pharahs being brought out. At this point, I can see that it's going to be a little bit harder for an Orisa to take them all out. It's technically not hit scan.
But there is quite a few shields.
Oh no! Oh!
Wait a minute.
Symmetra. Oh, the ultimate car wash.
This is going to be disgusting. This is going to be absolutely disgusting if it works out in favor of the Riptides. Imagine all of them beaming one target. Oh no!
It's a laser light show.
They're a Christmas tree.
It's pretty. It's pretty when you get past the pure disgustingness of it. Well, they managed to get 1 tick out of it.
They're not done just yet.
This one, Symmetra is holding up against it. Gets the tick! Okay.
Bonesaw comes swooping in on the Reinhardt.
What is up with that present? What happened there? This thing jumped up in the air with no reason whatsoever. Oh man, so many. It's so disgusting.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I cannot stop watching.
Oh. And on the I can't even talk. And on the Christmas stage as well. Ho ho oh no is all I can say. Oh, the sleigh. Oh, it's so cheerful. Like I said, it's almost cheery and merry enough to distract from the fact of how disgusting this is.
Almost, and we do see that Team Everest is choosing to make a complete swap, except for not Doomfist, sticking with that Baptiste. We were going to have 3 Pharahs and 2 Mercy, so someone's going to be stuck out of pocket a little bit. That doesn't really matter as long as they stay high enough. As we do see 1 wall get popped. What's important to note, though, is you can only use 1 wall at a time. If all of these Symmetras pop their walls, only one's going to end up staying on the field.
Does look like they're coordinating pretty well, just using 1 at a time. Try to go back. Oh, gets taken out by Illusion there. Everest trying to stop the payload push by any means possible.
I mean, when you're all flying characters except for your Baptiste, not really sure what the plan for payload presence is here.
This place looks so much better in blue, I gotta say. It's nice not seeing the orange for once. Oh, and there's a teammate. Sure, why not? You know, I feel just for thematic reasons, if you're pushing a sleigh, you gotta have all Reinhardts. Like, have 6 Santas just pushing the sleigh.
I wanted to have someone with the Orisa reindeer skin on.
Oh, yeah! You could almost have all the reindeer there.
Exactly.
That would be fitting, too.
And we did see Bonesaw get a teleporter up onto the high platform to do a sneaky shatter, a flame shatter. Didn't really work out in their favor, but not something you typically get to see pulled off here on King Grove, especially, you know, because you don't normally have 5 Symmetras. Sorry, 4 Symmetras on field.
Well, the payload's almost there. Almost pulled into Santa's workshop.
And would you look at that, the Everest have decided to go with Ana goats here, which is a little bit strange. Typically the variations are like Moira goats, possibly monkey goats. Not typically an Ana, but it worked. They pushed him back. Fulcrum swap. Oh
my goodness. Bubbles for everybody.
I mean, if they staggered them correctly, Bonesaw might have been able to like permanently live there. But I guess not.
There goes a nano thrown out by the Everest. The Mazzaras come rushing in. Frozen Phoenix is able to eliminate Speculate.
Oh, a grab already going to be coming out.
One from Illusion. but all the Zarya's on the Riptides haven't charged up. They've yet to use a Graviton Surge.
Pando's very close. The Big Dream also very close. Vulcan's struggling a little bit, but they'll catch up. Perhaps they'll get full high charge and get a nano from their Ana if they ask nicely. Graviton gets popped.
There's the first one.
There's two. Is there a third? There's a third very close. Oh.
I am strong.
Everest once again going to the spin to win, but can they keep the spin going this time?
I'm sorry, my mind is melted just watching this.
There's too many bright colors.
There really is too many bright colors.
Toasty Rapids, props to you right now. Solo healing, not dying yet. You're doing a fabulous job. I don't know how you're keeping your wits about you at this moment, but you're doing great. You deserve MVP.
Spin to win! Total spin to win!
It's working.
It is. I mean, one after the other, they are managing to get rid of them. I can't. You stop them all rolling around by using another Graviton Surge.
That's an option. The Big Dream just got thrown off the map, and they're all using spawn to heal up. I mean, you trust that your other Wrecking Ball's gonna be there in time to touch the payload.
I suppose.
And we did see Toasty Rapids go down, so I think that means the Riptides have no choice but to back up. Never mind, Pando says, shut up, Marty, and we are going to grab on point. And Bones on Big Dream. Toaster Rapids all swapping over to the Basties to take care of these Wrecking Balls. And it looks like it's gonna work.
There we go. I do say the Lego skin fits very thematically in this particular instance. Too.
Oh, yes, I agree 100%.
There's a tank go after it. Managed to take it. And they just did that in quick play too, so that is over. All right, so we technically still have to do one more. So what did they bring out for the fourth?
Control? No, we did two controls. We just did hybrid, so that means all that's left is escort. Can I get Rialto for once?
Can we? I don't know though. They might decide to do something so disgusting that we can't even predict it. And I don't know what that would be, but it just might be the case that they shock, appall, and outrage us with this next choice.
We'll have to wait and see what they've decided upon. Let's just hope it's not 2CP.
Yeah.
Between you and me, let's hope it's not 2CP.
Yeah.
With that being said, we're about to jump into the next map. There's also, if you haven't noticed, lots of roster swaps happening.
It's not 2CP, it's 2 Kings Row.
I think they might have goofed up a little bit playing with the quick play rules.
Okay, so they're going to give another chance. I get it. I get it.
What in the Nuggets, Riptide? What in the Nuggets are you doing? All Widowmakers, but Everest, all Junkrats? Oh, this is just gross.
It's a literal war zone. There's nothing but explosions everywhere. This is beautiful. The Widows have to take him out from a distance. And there's one, takes out Frozen Phoenix.
I mean, you're gonna get angles no matter what, and that's what's happening here. We do hear, though, that not Doofus is gonna go down to a Junkrat. However,
we might be seeing just all Widows be brought out.
Are we gonna have a 6v6 Widow duel?
Just might. Everest are thinking of the possibility, but they're also swapping over to a lot of Lucios.
Oh, that could be even worse.
That's a nice night. Oh, 5 Lucios now. Where's Frozen Phoenix? Oh, okay. Okay. And 1 Winston. I suppose. But right now, all these Widows are working out pretty well. But we do have a little bit of a swap out. A Cassidy and a Wrecking Ball is brought out.
I mean, I can't blame them. I understand the spirit of wanting to stick to 6 Widows, but
Objective
when you're getting
lost.
dove by a bunch of
Stop
Lucio,
the
it
payload.
may not be the best idea. We also have Illusion at 5 health, desperately wanting his health back. They grab it. We hear the payload's going to be coming out right now. My question is, what's the plan to push this with this comp that they currently have? I mean, JR's not going to be on payload. They're a wrecking ball. It's not their job. What poor Widow is going to be stuck with this job?
We're just going to find out right now, and all the help would be... Wow, that's a great shot onto Fulcrum there.
Illusion now is absolutely popping. They are on fire. We do see Not Doomfist is going to pick up 2, makes that 3. Speculates going to take out Frozen Phoenix after they take out their own JR. Now the Widowmakers are pushing forward, taking this corner angle here. Would love to see them take different sides though, so that they couldn't both be dove. Never mind, they can't be dove, but they can all be Helix at the same time.
Soldier, you're in a lot of danger right there. They got over all soldiers now.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
They get to see all the soldiers. Well, not Doomfist doing a good job. Leading Pando, Bonesaw falls next, and these soldiers just aren't doing well.
Illusion is absolutely popping off right now. Picked up 3 for themselves. We heard Deadeye kind of just being used as a zoning ultimate. Right now, though, Everest are changing plans up. We got Frozen Phoenix going back to that Widowmaker. Bonesaw, Pando, both going Diva. Toasty Rabbits going to the Winston. Big Dream as well, following up that Winston pick. And Fulcrum. So we're going to have 1 Widow, 3 Winstons, 2 Divas. Is this going to be enough to counter the Riptides?
They got a hold of them for over 6.5 minutes. And I don't know if we just decided on who has more time in the end as the tiebreakers. These were quick play matches.
I thought Frozen Phoenix was going to fall off the map, if I'm being honest. Oh, boy.
Oh, whoa. Oh, no, look out there. I saw that teleport there.
Yeah, but it's not like there isn't another Reaper who can't do it.
Reapers all around.
There's 2! No! That is a horrific sight to see if you are a Widowmaker. Oh my god, the Big Dream is hanging on to their one dream. As they see Bonesaw go down, are they going to swap? They're going to get taken out and set back to spawn faster. Fulcrum's going to go over to the Roadhog. Toasty Rabbits choosing to go with the Fastly Bonesaw. And Frozen Phoenix doing the same thing. The Big Dream also swapping. Pando still in that Diva. Really interested to see if they stick with it.
Okay, this is disgusting.
Yeah, this is getting pretty gross.
Its destination.
See, this is why there's only allowed to be 1 of each hero.
Yeah. Not want to go up against 5 Bastions.
I wouldn't either. KJ has just decided to int off the side of the map, realizing all hope is lost going into that. Pando still sticking strong though with the Diva. Now we've got, I believe it's going to be 6 Hanzos coming online for the Everest.
Fulcrum already making the swap over to Winston.
Routing power to forward shield.
We got more Winstons. Doomfist brought into the mix.
Pando sticking strong with that Diva though. I appreciate you. You're gonna go down to JR. That's okay. Fulcrum's gonna go down. Doomfist is gonna pick up 1. Bonesaw will find another. Toasty Rabbits goes down. Illusion now gonna go down to the Big Green. Speculate's gonna find Bonesaw. So lots of trades.
These Hanzos are getting pushed back, it looks like. JR and not Doomfist just holding on by a thread at the moment. And just have to heal up and try again now. Was able to take out the Big Dream. There's another Doomfist right there. That's Frozen Phoenix in a tough spot here. JR trying to survive, but it's staying out by Frozen Phoenix. Now we're getting close to a lot of Dragon Strikes being available.
Well, it's very interesting to think about also is how many Sonic arrows the Everest have online right now. Like, they can literally Sonic every single entryway and know where everyone on the Riptides currently is standing. There is no sneakiness, there is no hiding. It's just, you have to just go for it at this point. Oh boy, never mind. I stand corrected because there's only 1 Hanzo left.
Yep, there's only 1 Hanzo. Maybe they just want to just use 1 Dragon Strike and be done with it. And so many hooks. So they swap back over to the Bastions to deal with it. Oh, he's stunned.
The honestly came in clutch to save this Bassi, but can't save him more than once. Chris Phoenix did pick up too, though.
Yeah. Well, these hooks are really important against all these bastions.
This is so gross. I don't even know how to feel about this.
Oh, come on. Just take out Pando.
The remake. Oh my gosh. Pando survived. Pando did the Diva remake and got them down to 71% health and took them out. Absolutely beautiful. Now we have the Everest once again returning to the Hanzo picks, picking one Bassi. They have the Roadhogs still. Are they going to stick with 2 Roadhogs? Waiting to see what Speculate chooses to do upon respawn. Yes, sticking with 2 Roadhogs. We could see a whole hog for people to get thrown off the point here.
That's a good hug. Oh, but Big Dream finds a way to survive. And puts a whole bunch of turrets on the point. On the payload, is going to try to mow down this hog. With the help of the Diva now. There goes the whole hog. Doesn't do anything.
The Big Dream had the full beam going, and that's really, you know, that's good night at that point.
Look at all these tanks that are going to be brought on the field, too. 2 minutes left. Riptides are holding strong.
The Big Dream got a little overzealous there. Will get taken out by JR. That's okay, though. They have close spot in comparison to where the Riptides have to come from, but lots of ults about to be bopping for the Riptides.
Ooh, healing up and away. Not able to get away there. Self-destruct doesn't get anybody. Bastions pushing so much damage. They push a Dragon Strike to get the Bastions out of the way. Make their way toward the point, but the car walks. They got to take out all those turrets. Tank mode is brought out by Frozen Phoenix, is able to take out Whole Hog in response. There's another tank. Fulcrum now has their tank available.
Fulcrum's just sitting here, healing themselves up, peppering damage as they can. Stayed alive, which is nice, but now we're down to the last minute and 10 seconds. What's going to happen here? Will the Everest actually be able to clutch this one? Oh! My money's on no.
Probably not going to work out.
That's a lot of Inspire that can get procs here if done properly. Never mind. All the Genjis in the world. Yep, no, that is it.
The old Genji. The Genjis win it. Well, okay. I don't know if you can really say who won there.
I think it was the joy of the game that won.
It was the joy of the game, much like the joy of Christmas that we saw at full play on Kings Row. Do we have another?
Yes! Yes! We have one more. It is Escort, and production has informed us that it's Junkertown, so a little bit different than what we've been able to see till far.
Sure, yeah, a little bit different. Pulling out something to... Aegis, what do you do now?
I anticipate whomever's on defense is going to pull out 6 Symmetras and hold door. That's what I think. Either that or 6 Maze.
Ooh, we haven't seen 6 Maze yet.
I feel like either or are valid in this case. It's a strategy. If you have unlimited hero choices, why not?
Yeah, let's just see what they bring out here as we move on to the final match of the night. This is going to be Junkertown. Back into quick play. Here we go. Both teams all tied up, and there go all the Reinhardts.
Not as creative as I would have hoped.
Oh, no. Everyone's Reinhardt. It's all melee. I just want to see an all melee brawl.
Who gets the better cleave?
1.
Yes, all hammers.
Incoming.
Triplet, you best only be using a hammer. I don't want to see no turrets.
I hear a turret.
I knew you've broken my heart, Triplet. You had the opportunity to be that tiny hammer that could.
You given the friction, though, between Ryan and Torb. Of course, Torb will take this time just for Ryan.
That's true.
Okay, now we go. You know, one person in production was complaining before the broadcast that they're sick of just hearing the Ryan voice cues over and over.
How do you feel now?
How do you feel now?
All right. Riptide. So now we've got Botan Panda once again making the swaps. Going over to the Bassi. We've got Big Dream following it up. KJ is going to swap over to the Baptiste. Fulcrum Avium choosing to stick with the Rhines. Never mind. We're actually going to see Zed over Bath. Illusion now is going to go down. Everest not pushing payload as fast as we thought they would.
And Reinhardt is not going to be able to do much against the Bastion.
Yeah, Everest just got eviscerated by the Bassies. I feel like perhaps hitting tab and maybe hopping off payload and going back to spawn might have been the
Someone
play.
hit Alt F4 instead of tab.
Whoopsies.
Oh no, we're back. We're back. Now we're kind of just seeing the counterplay be brought out for the counterplay. Now the Genji's brought out. I just don't know what to say. I'm just watching.
Just so you know, we are not saying anything due to the fact that we don't know what to say. It's more that like we are just in complete like awe of what's happening before us right now. We don't often get this opportunity as casters to see things like this. It's quite enjoyable.
I don't have any prepared statements for
I do
this.
not! I have no counterplay discussion. I have no strategy discussion. All I know is kill somebody and move the payload. I feel like I am back at like, you know, just learning Overwatch for the first time, and like the only thing guiding me is Athena's voice again. Like that's where this feels like I am at.
I see a lot of Genji. Oh, there's the no tank this time. They're doing a pretty, you know, considering it's all Bastions against Genjis, they're doing pretty well. Now they're going for the swaps. 2 Rhines. Lucio brought out. Oh wow. Pando just pulls over Speculate
60
there.
seconds.
Another one has to be careful about the deflect. But once that deflect's gone, you have free reign. Oh. Where are you? Oh!
Oh no, that's 2 deflecting Genji. You gotta be careful.
Ah man, he's fine. He's fine. I mean, once you wait out that deflect, you're pretty good.
This is very true. But Everest are going with their tried and true comp. 6 Roadhogs.
30 seconds.
Except for Frozen Phoenix, they got that shatter on the line. It can make something happen.
Yeah, but the question is the Roadhogs need to get close enough to be able to hook the Bastions.
I think if we payload and take a breather, they might have enough heal.
They probably will.
10 seconds.
Pando's just running for his life.
That was, I think, 3 Roadhogs actually hooked Pando at that same moment.
Overtime.
Well, it looks like they're going to get their checkpoint there at the very last moment. They'll get another 2.5 minutes. Need to reach the next checkpoint
You
now.
know better than to show your face around here, Mako.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yeah, we totally get it, whichever Roadhog is spamming that. Now we've got 3 Anas on the side of the Riptides, plus Avian pulling out on that Sombra. It's a lot of the antis, but not enough if your Ana's gonna come out too quickly and get immediately picked off.
I mean,
also works well.
you know, Pando is so brave in the face of so many hooks, is still staying on this Bastion.
Yes, go, Pando, go! You know, Pando and this is going good.
Is finding a way to kind of make it work. And Big Dream is saying, hey, we're going to stick on the Bastions.
Pando and Tide, man, they've been coming in clutch for these cattywampus comps that have been happening. They've been brave. They've been solo support before. Pando's just facing down multiple Winstons, getting turned into pulled pork from 3 directions at once. It's grotesque. It's cruel. We have Fulcrum come in with a massive shatter. Is it going to turn the tides in favor of the Riptides here? And it looks like it might. But there is a shatter also closing. Well, actually, never mind. Frozen Phoenix is only at 20. They burned it last fight. And we actually have the Big Dream going to Mercy here.
60 seconds remaining.
No No more bastions left, so can't damage boost that. Nice charge in by Frozen Phoenix. They have to take out Pando. Big Dream falling as well. Make their way to the second checkpoint.
So many hooks. Fulcrum's getting ulted off the point. They have no other option but to just face down their doom. Big Dream, and it looks like, I believe this is Bonesaw with us right here. No, it is Kate Juristy here. Ooh, the Big Dream! You've got 15 health and a Dream! You have no health left! And Riptide's starting to struggle a little bit. They only have to hold for 1:40 though.
Not the worst amount of time if they can win one. All those anti-nades going out. 3 of them are caught with it. Oh man, 3 whole hogs now online.
Pando though, 80% on that EMP. If we get all 3 whole hogs in one spot, we get EMP all 3 of them.
That is true. He's getting very close to that EMP. Oh, nice, eh? 3 Honos with the anti-nade on Illusion now. Frozen Phoenix making up a triple. Look at all that. Wow, the nano boost works out really well for charge away, try to gain just a little bit more health.
60 seconds.
Oh, no.
I'm so sorry. We have EMP. We have a Wrecking Ball coming. Well, nope, that Wrecking Ball is actually for the Everest. We have EMP. We have Fulcrum with their ultimate.
Oh, okay. I thought. Oh, manages to get only 2 though.
2 could be enough to turn the tides. We have Mercy Resing Bonesaw not checking the corners. Goes down. We have a Nano Boost and Summer go down immediately as well. The Big Dream, as well as both the other 2 supports. So 3 of them take out Illusion now. That's a lot of assists on 1 kill feed, and it's paying off.
Riptides at the most crucial moment, managing to hang in there. Big Dream is going full battle mercy. I like it.
Be bold, Big Dream. Take
and has the Valkyrie too.
Do the pistol whipping.
There we go, has the full Valkyrie. Oh, avoid that hook, whatever you do. There we go. Oh, this is great to see. Slowly but surely wiggling away the house. There goes another nano boost onto the Reinhardt. This Big Dream is just going full battle mercy.
I mean, why not?
They managed to do it.
Complete.
They held Everest to just 2.
Score 0-2. Switching
now,
sides.
am I going to see 6 Sims or 6 Maze?
I don't know. We could see everyone just go battle mercy.
I would personally love to see that. That is an option as well. Not
the
saying...
sound of high heels echoes across the outback. A thundering of high heels, striking fear into the hearts of everybody.
Let's see what they choose to pick.
Don't know at this point. And at this point, I don't think I could ever predict.
I can't try.
Ooh.
Ready.
Okay, all soldiers. And a bunch of ashes.
I'm sorry, it just sounds so funny.
Hello.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Oh, camera person, why do you have to run away from the soldiers? I want to hear all the running.
I want to hear all the funny footsteps.
Oh, look at all the ashes, too. I would just love to see 12 bombs on the field.
That would literally doubling the amount of people on your team.
Let's do 12v12, baby.
5, 4, 3,
6 ashes, 6 bobs versus 6
we're
ashes.
going for it.
Attackers incoming.
Nah, we gotta have Pando make the sacrifice and go Ana. Much appreciated. We got Fulcrum though immediately go down to Frozen Phoenix. However, taking that very aggressive angle, they pay for it quickly.
I will say, in terms of sound, with all these soldiers, this sounds a lot more like Call of Duty now.
Yes.
Gets hit with 1 anti-nade, but not Doomfist still managing. They can all heal themselves up, which is a plus. You don't need any supports because every one of them has their own heal.
That's true, and both sides desperately needed some blood from their supports there. Unfortunately, they will go down. They did take an illusion now in the process. The Big Dream is going down immediately.
That poor Ash. From also out of the way there. And they just escaped there. And no real huge coherent strategy from the Riptides yet. Oh, go ahead and just take him out.
I'm gonna be honest, Avian going with the Doomfist, not the pick I would have made into 6 soldiers, but somehow they're living.
We also see Big Dream still going Battle Mercy
Yes,
here.
Big Dream! Yes!
Doesn't quite manage to make it happen there. They're still sticking on all these where are you going?
I'm trying to live, Gem.
Well, it didn't quite work out for you, did it? I don't know. Can I'll go full Dr. Phil here. How's that working for you?
My gosh, it's sad. So, Riptides? Riptides.
Yeah. Who's on the point?
That's
wait.
what I'm trying to figure out.
Where are you going? The point's moving backwards. This is not how you do this.
They were winning that too. No one wanted to touch.
No one wanted to move the point. Oh no, Visor's out for everybody pretty soon. Not Doomfist gets his first Visor. It doesn't look like he gets hit with the sleep darts. Okay, I was hoping for something a lot more exciting.
Payload's pushing right now. We have 2 Visors coming online here very soon as well for the Everest. If they can get in position, that can be quite the formidable
The payload has
ultimate
reached
combo.
Something is done.
Is it a combo to top 2 Visors at the same time?
No, but they're going in all one at a time though.
Oh yeah, I guess there's a little struggle here. There's one getting popped.
Oh, they're going over to Doomfist now.
All right, Riptides, I want you to see all these Doomfist swaps, and I want nothing but Briggies.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
All Briggs on that field.
We'll see what they do for this first fight, though. They're just going to continue pushing the payload. As it is, they already took out 2 Doomfists.
Yeah, they're doing just fine.
Big Dream going with the Valkyrie. Moving in the full Battle Mercy. I love it. He picks up a double.
Keep going. Yes. I think that's it, though. You're getting...
getting very greedy.
Yeah, that's bold. That's bold. Yep, you paid for it.
What was that? Oh, that was the door closing. That's an odd place to place the mic right next to. And you see Triplet still sticking on this visor that they haven't used yet.
Everyone else followed suit.
Oh, look at that Angie. Look at that. But only illusion now is taken out off of that Angie. Bonesaw just chasing down that soldier and the Doomfist as well.
Come on, Riptide. All Briggs. Everyone go Briggs.
Well, at this point, not one of them's done.
Someone's pushing payload. I'm not sure if the Everest have figured that out yet.
Just give them time.
Oh, they did. Someone's
Okay,
contesting.
they did. That's good.
Triplet. They popped their ult.
Okay, that's good. That's what I call progress. Fulcrum taken out. Another good anti-nade onto 2 members of the Riptide. They make their way through it. Navian's going to get right back to healing and the Battle Mercy as well. Where is it? Oh, get out of there! Survived through that media strike. They made their way to the 3rd checkpoint. The 2nd checkpoint, I mean, to get to the 3rd spot of this stage.
The Big Dream left that Doomfist alive, and I was really hoping they'd go after him. But Bonesaw took care of it.
All right, remember, Riptides just have to make it a little further than the Everest did. They basically just have to drive it a little bit further, not quite into the last parking spot, but just almost there. And I just handed to the Big Dream, sticking on the Battle Mercy all the way through.
Love it. Love to see it. Absolutely adore it. To anyone watching, don't ever do this in your comp game. You definitely could get reported for it. But for now, Big Dream, keep going for it.
Oh. Doomfist down to about half health there. Bonesaw is able to take out Illusion. Frozen Phoenix evening it up to 5v5 with Pando. Illusion now then falls. And hey, using that res.
Can I get a nano boosted Battle Mercy in Valkyrie?
That would be fun.
For absolutely no other reason than just to let me see it. There's the Valkyrie.
Okay.
Very low. Ah, it's my heart. I think that I believe the Riptides might have this one though. They're very close, even without their mercy. This might be it.
Pando low on health though.
Riptide's getting ever so close. They're in the position.
Oh, who's the? Oh, it's onto the Winston.
Yeah, I was hoping. Really hoping it was on Big Dream.
Not right now. It's 2 nano boosted Winstons against each other.
Just as they almost think about it, he uses the Primal Rage.
Primal Fury.
Oh, just as I thought Big Dream would make it out.
Everest swapping largely over to the Doom Fist. They have 1 Meteor Strike available, which Frozen Phoenix is going to use right now. That probably only
That was a bold move, Frozen.
I mean, he had no health when he was using it, so. Extreme falls again. Fulcrum now moving forward. Trying to get a few shots there on the Roadhog. Nice hook on there. But overall, Riptides are finding themselves not quite knowing what to do.
Speculate. Please don't tell me you're starting a trend. I'm begging you. We might see all maze as the Everest start to fall here. Pando, Bonesaw both picking up one. Not Doomfist is going to find the Big Dream. Illusion now is going to pop that Meteor Strike. Landing right on Pando.
Just a scratch.
And just some healing going out there. No one else deciding to go over to May. At this point, it really doesn't matter. Riptides are kept from their point. Everest, just one final chance here, but I don't think it's gonna work.
Tracer did get a touch. Mercy's gonna follow it up. Please don't go for the res. They're going for the res. That was risky. They didn't get it.
It's not the first time they haven't listened to advice.
No, but that's okay. This was for fun.
Yeah, it was for fun.
It was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like it and probably won't since. So that was something.
Yeah, that's the only way we can put it. But if you want to have the opportunity to participate in some fun matches like these, or possibly get seen by expert college recruiters, talk directly to esports industry insiders like pro athletes, team general managers, and game producers, then you need to join the club. Esports Tower players get insider access to industry insights with our featured rumbles. Recruiters are taking notice as well. It's a great way to score exposure if you're looking to start your path to pro or land a collegiate scholarship.
All right, I don't know who you decide to be player of the game out of that mess we just saw, or if we can even remember back to the actual serious match that took place for anyone from there.
No offense to Cyclones and Wolves, but my brain has decided to, like, control, alt, delete everything from earlier after that. Genuinely, I'm just
We'll just have to throw this. Oh, sorry.
I'm just so confused. I am just so confused about what I just saw repeatedly happen. I mean, it was fun, but I actually do have a suggestion for player.
Okay.
It's Big Dream.
Oh, yeah, for the Battle Mercy.
Yeah, it's going to go to Big Dream.
I have to go with that.
Are you going to agree with me on that one?
I'm going to agree. I want to see the Battle Mercy get the recognition.
If it's not the Battle Mercy, is okay. It's actually
no. It has to be from the serious match we had. It's going to be Blank.
Blank, you actually gave us your player photo. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it every time you guys send us your actual player photos because it allows us to put a name to the face.
And everything about that photo screams high school yearbook.
And it does look like Blank is college bound, have possibly not yet decided on where they are going. If they have and they're just not choosing to make it public, totally understandable as well. Nonetheless, congratulations, Blank. You are our ICCU player of the game. The ICCU player of the game is brought to you by the Idaho Central Credit Union, who believes a great player makes a team more successful, just like Idaho Central's helping members achieve financial success. Blank is Idaho Central Credit Union player of the game.
Giving us a blank expression.
I mean, true.
All right. That, this is the time where you ask me if there's any big takeaways. I really don't know. What can I say? Is there anything I can say? I wish I would have seen 12 Battle Mercies. I wish we would have just seen that. That would have been nice to see, but we saw a lot of really wacky stuff.
Okay, so big takeaways here are on payload only. We want to see either 6 Sims or 6 Mays. On any other map, we would love to see 6 Ashes versus 6 Ashes, or everyone just go Battle Mercy.
All right. Sounds good to me.
Those are our big takeaways. And so that is going to round out our first week here with our Esports Tower Rumble Summer Series. Congratulations to the Wolves on your fantastic reverse sweep against the Cyclones. And hopefully everyone enjoyed the chaos that was our Evers and Riptide show match. Make sure to join us next Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as we kick off week 2 of our Summer Overwatch Rumble. We'll close out here with the top 5 plays of the game presented today by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your incredible critical thinking skills into real time with more than 10 jobs, offering $20,000 in bonuses and your degree of choice paid for. The Idaho Army National Guard is the best team out there. Be sure to reach out to them on Twitch at iGuard Gaming. Have a great night, everyone. Stay healthy, stay happy, and we'll see you tomorrow with some Rocket League. Enjoy your trip. Have a nice swim.
That was graceful, Roadhog flying through the air.
There is their only protection from 5 Winstons engaging on it.
Absolutely no aiming required. Okay, right left here is looking for the right copy target. There's also, this diva is way far up all by herself. Now moves back, there goes the shot.
Look at that! The Cyclone's dreams are hopes and dreams are dashed by one explosion.
I don't think any sneakiness can happen just yet as Barbecue uses their shadow stuff to get in position to use their ultimate. And here is the last queen. Yes, there it is!
It goes through, taking out Flank and Daydream. All that's left is that Mercy. That is slick right there. There it is. That's a whole team
for anybody. They have swapped over to that Reinhardt to go toe-to-toe with Morris. Jedi get popped immediately as there's not pressure being put on that gateway. A very interesting choice coming out from the Cyclones.
Oh, and what a shatter that is! It gets all of them, and he swings right into them as a follow-up. What a play from Moist.
The numbers here putting a lot of Soup trying to put a lot of focus here as they take the point. Cyclones have to collapse down onto the point. They use the whole hog to start out. North State a lot of damage, but it's going to be saved by Immortality Field. Look at, whoa.